Hey, welcome. We are live in New York's Times Square. I'm here with, who else? Kathy Griffin. How you doing?
This is called a tease, correct?
This is a tease.
All right.
Yes.
So do you think Bruce Jenner's becoming a chick?
Jesus. Okay. Wow.
Like, do you think it's
okay, we're
a done?
so
Like,
anyway,
is he
we got a whole big
It's a question.
we got a big show for you
I
planned.
support his decision.
We got a big show for you planned.
Whatever it is.
We got correspondents all around the world,
Anderson
all
was
around
going
the
off
United
on this
States.
topic.
All around
All
the United
day.
States. We got a long night ahead of us. We're going to be on from 9 o'clock all the way through to 12:30.
Is that
the ball
all?
drop. Tom Foreman, all the best, all the worst. 2014
You know, I'm
continues
here. You
right
can't-
now. And good evening from New York's Times Square.
I love that song, by the way.
It is
It's a great lead-in.
yes.
Very
It's
great.
it's the alternate theme song for Match Game PM.
I love that show.
Gene
Underrated.
Rayburn. It was very underrated. I wish we had one of those long mics like Gene Rayburn. For hundreds of thousands of people tonight,
That
this
was
is
so
really the
offensive
only
that you would say that. I mean, we're just starting the show, and
This
you would
is
say
really
something
the
so
only-
controversial.
place to be.
Oh.
People have come from all around the world, so they can say by the end of the night and for years to come that they were here and that they spent this year with us. They sent out the year with us.
I believe it says this year out
I
in
don't care.
style.
I don't care. It's
Here's
okay.
why I care. Would you like to talk to America about your cover from the Italian magazine called L'Uomo? Okay.
Anyway, listen, I
This
just want to
is
welcome you all for
Anderson
joining us.
Cooper,
We got 3.5 hours.
A normal American, not a model.
We got 3.5 hours. You don't have to give it all up now.
I just cannot believe this photo. Just explain yourself.
I don't know. It was a magazine thing.
Okay.
I am here with Kathy Griffin. What is this, our 8th year together? Okay, that one I didn't like. Yeah,
Okay,
that one I
what's
didn't
going
like.
on?
I don't know.
What's going on,
they
Top
make you-
Hat?
They make you wear these clothes sometimes. And
They made you?
Yeah,
It's Mark Seliger, a very famous
I know, he's a
photographer.
very good photographer. For the next 3.5 hours, we are
Take
going
it
to
in.
show you how people all around this country and all around the world are celebrating, are going to be celebrating, and have already celebrated the new year, ringing in 2015. Helping us do it, we have folks all over the place. You know what? It was one photo shoot I did.
But this is how you lay around your house, and you won't admit it. So explain what this.
Okay,
there's-
I want to tell the folks who we have tonight. Michaela Pereira and Richard Quest are down at street level
Wait, Richard
tonight.
Quest?
Richard Quest is here.
You let him out?
Yeah, yes. Richard Quest is here.
My Richard Quest?
They're both down. You're Richard Quest. They're
I can't
all
wait.
there. They are at street
Hi,
level,
Michaela!
along with hundreds of thousands of partiers. Some of whom have been here since early in the day, early this morning. Brooke Baldwin and Don Lemon are in the great city of New Orleans, where they certainly know how to celebrate New Year's. We're going to check in with them just a little bit later. Also, Pamela Brown is in Memphis, down on Beale Street for the big guitar drop, which is what they do there.
Yeah, of course.
And some really good music as well. Braving the tropical heat and gentle breezes, Randy Kay.
Who always gets the easy stories?
She is on a cruise ship off the Bahamas.
What?
Along with Elise Miller, the world's luckiest field producer. We're going to go. You've done a lot of cruise ships, Kathy.
I have
haven't you?
actually done 8 gay cruises. I am
you
a
really?
gay cruise veteran, yes.
Wow.
I bring the offensive material, and a lot of the gays like to dress up as Walter White from Breaking Bad. That was the most, Walter White was the most common costume on the gay cruise.
Well, there's a lot to discuss about that.
A lot to
For the
discuss.
very first time, we're bringing New Year's in Havana, in Cuba. You can put these down now.
I just
in
like
Havana,
that.
Patrick Ottman's going to be joining us from the Tropicana nightclub. There, obviously.
Is it 1934?
Well,
Tropicana.
yes, exactly.
All right.
And we, of course, are here live in Times Square. And I just want to before we get started.
Okay, what do you think you
I
have?
just want to say I apologize. I apologize.
What?
I apologize in advance for anything she says. I am sorry. I, too, am deeply offended.
No, I haven't said
And I
anything
have
yet.
no control over it.
Okay, first of all, I am like Rihanna of New Year's. I'm hashtag no apologies. That's right. And second of all,
Your hashtag, like
Hashtag-
Madonna, unapologetic.
hashtag
PITC.
unapologetic. That's right. Your good friend Madonna. Now you know her, and tell me something about Madonna I
She's
didn't
very
know.
nice. She's very talented.
A little less controversial. Did you ever see her do anything inappropriate or
No,
flash?
I apologize.
a
No,
boob?
what
Like,
are
did you?
You are decked out
Okay, here's what you're going to apologize for, and I do as well, but I can't help it. I am wearing my dear departed friend Joan Rivers' Dennis Basso coat.
This is actually Joan Rivers' coat.
It actually is inscribed, it says Joan Rivers. So in honor of my
that's
pal,
nice.
I am decked out in the Dennis Basso, an actual Joan coat. And I've been with Joan when she would wear it, and she would scream at PETA, which I know is not supposed to be funny, but it sort of was.
So wait, this
And
is
she
a real
would-
fur? Why
Yeah.
are you wearing a real fur?
Because I love Joan, and she
Okay.
had it made for her in 1980. So
Okay.
you can apologize for that, but I won't, because she would yell, "It's real, I'm old," and it was funny to watch on the red carpet.
Well, I am not
She would-
wearing. This is not fur. This is
No,
synthetic
typically
material.
you're wearing something more like. Hold on, if only I. Yeah, okay. Explain. This is the exact outfit almost that you have tonight, by the way. So I love how
Yes.
you act like your modeling career is so different from tonight.
That's a suit. Anyway, how has the year been for you?
What's your thought on this picture?
I'm just getting out of this.
Are you
photo
gathering
shoot.
your thought?
My thought was, how do I get out of this photo
What's the
shoot?
most thoughts you've had in your head at one time? 4? Tops?
So how has the year been for you?
It's been fantastic.
Yes.
I'll start on Fashion Police on January 12th.
Congratulations on that.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
Yeah, you're on the worst dress list.
Well, that's okay. I
Already.
don't mind that.
Sight unseen.
That's
Even if
fine.
you don't get any award shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we last night we had a big dinner.
You're going to brag about this?
Well, no,
This is shame-based.
you feel shame about
Whatever, game on.
it? Kathy made us have dinner with Ryan Seacrest last night.
Do you believe it?
So we had dinner with Ryan Seacrest last night.
And this is the sort of stuff Ryan Seacrest says. I wish I
You
was
tweeted
kidding.
a picture. Do we have? There's the picture
Yeah.
to prove it.
That's right. And by the way, Snooki called. She wants her tan back. What's wrong with him? Why is he orange? Is he on a beta-carotene supersized diet? I mean, we're like two ghosts. So Ryan was there counting his money. I picked up the check as usual.
No, I picked up the check.
I picked up the check, and Ryan scooted out. He actually said he had to exit. I'm not kidding.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
You said he was a robot.
I said, why are you always nice to him? He's a robot. He's like, he's a nice guy.
Ryan Seacrest left claiming he had to go
Exit.
work. He had
Yeah,
to work.
that's right.
Which we were like,
He
oh,
also had
come
the
on.
nerve to tweet a photo of their actual writer's room for their big fancy broadcast. And this is our writer's room, people. So this is it.
Right, we will have, in the picture I saw, it looked like they had a cast of thousands.
Yes, and a
of
giant
people working
crew.
behind the scenes.
And he flew here private. And, well, Happy New Year, by the way. I guess I'm early. Happy New Year. And hello, as usual, to our friends at Univision. Hola. And we also wanted to say that we're more American than the Fox broadcast, because they're calling theirs like a salute to America or something.
As, to each their own. We're all
What are you, my
we're all
mother?
American.
Easy. And by the way, I'm sorry, I'd like to do a shout out to my mom, but she's watching Fox.
Is she really?
Yeah, she loves Megyn Kelly. She
Who
calls
doesn't?
her
I love Megyn Kelly.
That darling Megyn Kelly.
Sure, of course.
And she thinks I'm foul mouth.
I think we'll have a funner New Year's, though.
Funner?
Yes, more fun.
Why'd you go to Dalton? All that money that your poor mother, Gloria Vanderbilt, spent to Dalton, when if you had gone to Choate, you would have had a better education. Funner.
We got folks, as I said, all over the United States. They've already rung in the New Year's, various places all around the world. We're going to show you how the New Year has been rung in there. Let's check in with Pamela Brown right now, who is in Memphis. Pamela, how are things there heating up?
Things are picking up here, Anderson. You can hear the music playing. A lot of excitement. We're here at the Hard Rock Cafe right along the iconic Beale Street. We expect up to 50,000 people to pour into Beale Street to ring in the new year here. There's going to be a fireworks display and a 10-foot fiberglass guitar drop. After all, we are in Memphis, home of the blues, where the likes of B.B. King, Johnny Cash, and Elvis Presley got their start here. And by the way, speaking of Elvis, we're going to be having an Elvis tribute artist joining us a little bit later. He's going to be doing a lightning round of Elvis songs. So Kathy and Anderson, go ahead and put your requests in now. Happy New Year.
That's a tough guess.
Yeah, and the streets look packed, Pamela.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're making it through.
I will
Just
say, yeah,
wait.
that one
It's
shot
going to
the
be a
street
very
did look.
different picture later.
It's early. That's right.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
early.
No, I know. I
It's
agree.
early. The streets are packed here, though. I mean, hundreds of
There's a
thousands of people have
million
braved the
people.
cold. We don't know how many people.
We like to say a million. It's a little cold.
People often say million, but the streets are packed. There's obviously a lot of security in Times Square, but I was talking to some folks down here. They got here at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, it is freezing here.
When you look at me like this,
Yes.
I know that it means you're afraid of my next sentence.
I'm afraid of everything you're
Okay,
about
but
to say
I just
tonight.
love this part because he's sort of like trying to move the show along.
I'm trying to
but
move
he
things
knows I
along.
have like a virtual arsenal, and I'm ready for the next one. I
Because-
would like to read a tweet that Anderson Cooper tweeted, and it was so profound, I'm going to try not to cry. And this is clearly when you have a day off, which you should never have, and I quote, "I think the power of silence is important to experience. Often we talk too much on TV. I like to let silence speak as well."
I was on the air when I tweeted that, I'll have you know.
Okay, you're also in the journalism business. So I don't know what your plan is to not speak anymore, but way to go, dude.
No, there was a protest, and there was silence in it, and it was certainly powerful. And
You should delete it. Yeah, that's when you delete.
I don't need to explain myself to
What
you.
happened to, I apologize.
I
I
don't need to apologize.
Oh, so you apologize to everybody but me?
I'm apologizing for you.
Not to me.
No, for
After all
you.
the ways you've heard, game on. By the way, last night at dinner, Seacrest, I'm not kidding, he kept saying tomorrow's game day.
Yeah, he kept
Like,
saying
really?
game day. Yeah.
Game day,
Yeah.
game on.
Yeah.
Game day, game on.
And that's why he didn't have a drink last night, because
I tried to get him wasted, and he kept having water and champagne. And then this one has champagne and then wine. And he's like, what we're going to do tomorrow? We're going to do this, this, and this. And I'm kicking him, because this one will talk to the devil. A.K.A. Ryan Seacrest.
You think he's the devil?
I know he is. He and Oprah share
That's not-
co-devilship.
That's not true at all. They're both
I
very
believe
nice.
they're both trying to kill me.
And Ryan was lovely last night. He came to
Ryan
dinner.
was
He didn't
cheap.
have
He
to.
couldn't even pick up the tab.
Well, I told him I was my dinner.
Oh, also he was by himself. So he didn't even have a model. It's been a rough year for him.
Speaking of social
Personally.
media, which we weren't, but a quick reminder, if you want to join the conversation on Twitter, and God knows why wouldn't you, or Instagram.
I know you can't wait to check your Twitter after we talked about Fur and Bruce Jenner and Ryan being
the
single.
hashtag to use is CNN NYE.
What about
CNN
hashtag
NYE.
game day? That's what his is.
That should be the drinking game for tonight. Every time we say
Hashtag game day. I mean, can you believe this guy? He actually thinks today's game day. By the way, who won the Super Bowl?
By the way,
this year?
I asked him when he's leaving, how long he's staying in New
Yeah.
York. He's flying out the next day.
No, wake up. He's flying out at midnight. I swear to God. He'll be on the G5 with Taylor Swift at midnight. Taylor Swift is going to be our guest in 15 minutes.
No, Taylor Swift
Taylor
is not
Swift
going to
and
be.
One Direction are going to be right here with Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, and Jessie J in 7 minutes. Stay tuned.
Who's Jessie J?
Okay, Grandma. Just try to keep up. Bang, bang. Bang, bang into the room.
Oh, okay, I know that one.
Bang, bang
Yeah.
into my heart.
I listened to
Whatever.
the Hits One radio station.
What's the most embarrassing thing on your iPod?
On my iPod?
Yeah. Your Nano. Your phone with songs.
My most embarrassing thing?
Because I know you try to act edgy and cool, but
No, I'm not. I run to Rihanna.
no, too cool.
I run to Lord also. I like that
Oh,
Royals song.
obviously, that emo, self-righteous. I mean, come on, of course. By the way, him running to Lord is who he is. Like, if you've seen Lord, she looks like The Walking Dead. She looks like she just turned, and she's got, like, brown lipstick. She's really sad for
I
a
don't care what she
17-year-old
looks
who's
like.
80 pounds.
She's incredibly
And, of course,
talented.
it's typical that he's, like, running to Lord.
That's
Because
wrong.
you'll never be a royal, but he is. He's a Vanderbilt. You are a royal. That's the irony. Never be royals. He's like this. I am a royal. You were wrong, Lord. I'm a total royal.
I think she's a very talented songwriter.
You're already crying. Like your like eyes are watering.
We got a very full night ahead. American Authors is coming up next.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
Name one song.
I don't know who they are.
They're gonna sing "Best Day of My Life."
If they played it on Hits One, I've heard it.
Yeah, it's big on Hits One.
Okay,
It's right after the Lord Royals Super
If
Set.
Spider Harrison has played it, then I know it. Spider with a Y. As we get a break, let's take a look at one of
Game
the
day.
first... Game day.
Game day.
Let's take a look at one of the first places to ring in 2015, Sydney, Australia. And the scene in Rio de Janeiro tonight in Rio, the first fireworks of the new year there in Rio. A lot of people, the tradition is to wear white in Rio.
I'll bet you were there. I bet you wish you were there. It was just a jockstrap. Have you ever just roamed the beaches just naked? Just been free for a minute. When you're not running at the gym to Lord. I don't know if you missed the last block or segment.
You asked me what was on my iPod.
He jogs to Lord. It's like this. I'll never amount to anything. It's over and over. And the other people are like, what's wrong with the silver-haired guy? You at the gym must be a sight.
Rihanna and Lord, a little Eminem, a little...
Eminem, but which one, Stan? Like the saddest song you ever wrote,
No,
Stan?
the ones he does with Rihanna.
I remember when your 60 Minutes interview with Eminem. You
did.
seemed very taken with him.
It was an interesting...
He has that cameo in the interview. Now, if there was going to be a Sony hack, what is the thing you most fear being hacked over?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think you have several ideas.
I haven't thought
Either
about it.
you can say them or I can.
No, that's all right. In a couple minutes...
I think what it would probably be is, on a day like today, most of my phone is texts of people that want to hook up with him. And it's kind of insulting to me. You know, it hurts. And then there'd be those. Those would be hacked.
Who's texting you that?
A lot of people have texted me wanting to hook up with you at like 12:31, as soon as I'm done with you.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what's left of him? It's just going to be a pile of dust and tears. And a treadmill playing Lord over and over. Wow. What's your favorite Lord song besides Royals?
It's the only one I know.
Oh, so it's Royals on a loop.
No, I know just
Okay,
one.
that's
I
right.
have multiple. My assistant put them all on an iPod.
Oh, that's so relatable to America. I'm so happy that you've said on New Year's Eve, this of all years, that your assistant luckily is loading up your iPod. And
I'll
don't
tell
forget,
you why. Because he has music. He knows music. I know nothing about music. So
Okay.
I asked him to put like new
why
stuff
don't you admit
on.
your other favorite song?
What's my other favorite song?
Shake It Off.
I love Shake It Off.
Stop shouting at me and don't be proud of that. All right, you can't be proud of liking Taylor Swift.
I
She's
love
called
Taylor
a guilty
Swift.
pleasure.
No, I love that. I like that song a lot.
Let me tell you, the best thing that ever happened to her was when Kanye.
I do that
I
in the
know.
car.
Wait a minute. First of all, you don't drive. So
Yeah,
I love when he does
I
this.
drive.
He doesn't even drive.
I drive.
And he gets driven
No, I don't get driven. I
in
drive.
something that looks like the Batmobile.
I have a
I'm
car
not
in New
kidding.
York, and I drive, and I listen to Hits One.
do believe
and they
when
play
you're-
Taylor Swift every 2 minutes.
Because your assistant loaded it into your iPod.
because it's on the Hits One radio station.
What is with you and Hits One?
Yeah, I
It's
just
like a
discovered
paid
it. No,
program. You're
no,
like
I just discovered
Jessica
it.
Simpson with her shoes. You're exactly. In
Does
fact,
she have a
tomorrow.
shoe line?
You don't know that she has more money than Tony Romo?
Who's Tony Romo?
Oh boy, this is going to be good.
Tony Romo, like the rib restaurant? It's good. That I've been there.
Okay, this is why it's really good. You can't see you're on Twitter right now. And it's a Cooper just asked me who Tony Romo is. America.
Oh, is that her husband who's like a football player or something?
Wow. Nope. Not her husband. Wow. Okay, so yeah.
All right, here we go.
Just,
This band is about to
who
perform. Let's
who
listen
do
in.
you like think Tony Romo is?
Guests here in Times Square, the band, let's do it, American Authors, performing their double platinum song, Best Day of My Life.
I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, I stretched my hands out to the sky. We danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. 2, 3, 4. This is gonna be the best day
The song "Best Day of My Life" by American Authors. I know that song.
How did you snag them?
We got
Congratulations.
'em. And see, I knew Tony Romo was a football player.
Oh,
I just
you
thought he was married to.
that's
he's
so
not-
awesome.
Okay.
All right, who is LeBron James?
Come on, basketball player.
What team does he
The
play
great,
for?
Great basketball player.
What team did he just leave and then
Cavalier.
What team?
He now is back with the Cavaliers.
Where was he before?
Miami.
What's his jersey number?
I don't know.
What's his nickname?
I don't know. The King. I don't know.
Close, King James.
All right.
Wow, you like kicked into your sports high gear. You know what? Game day.
It is game day.
Hashtag game day.
It is game day. Yes,
All right.
it is.
How many games does each pro football team play in the regular season each year?
I have no idea.
But everybody
they
watching
seem to
does.
play a lot.
I know, but everyone who's watching knows but you. That's my favorite
16.
part. Wait, you told him.
No, how much? Is that right?
Yes.
16?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh, is that you knew?
I wasn't.
All of America knows it's 16.
Okay,
But it's
I knew too. I just.
all right. Where is the 2015 Super Bowl going to be? Because I know you're going to cover it.
Denver? I don't know.
Wow. Okay, it's going to be in Phoenix.
Oh, okay, yes.
But do you
I
think
hear-
Tony Romo will be there?
Well, he plays for the Cowboys.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Nice.
But I don't know who the teams are going to
You
be
don't
in
know
it.
the teams
I
are?
don't know much about sports.
But
I've
how
never
do you not know
pretended
the
to
two teams that are in the Super Bowl?
Because I don't even know who's performing at the Super Bowl.
Which is
The last time I knew who was performing
Kind
at the
of-
Super Bowl was when Madonna performed, and then I've tuned out since then.
okay. Let's dial down the gay a little bit. Okay, you literally just said I know who's performing at the Super Bowl, and then said Madonna. First of all, no one knows who's in the Super Bowl yet. That's the trick question.
Okay, I don't know. See, I told you. I
That's
don't know
the
much about
question.
sports.
You're like I don't know, man.
Would you rather have a person who pretends to know about
Don't say
sports?
rather. Don't say
know-
rather.
you know what I-
You just said rather.
Can I tell you
it's
what?
rather.
Okay, can I tell you what confuses me?
What?
It confuses me when people's like I'm on the street and people
Yeah.
are talking about the game.
The big
and
game.
It seems to me there's a lot of games on TV. I don't know which game they're talking about.
Pros focus on one game, just
Right.
like for Ryan Seacrest.
But how
this
does
is game
everybody
day.
seem to know what that game is?
It's their
Because
language.
When I turn around, there's a lot of games on
I
a
know,
lot of
but
different
it's like when
channels.
you and I talk about Madonna. I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. We speak the same language.
Okay.
I know. Of course, you run to Lord's Royals. I get it. You don't need to explain anymore to me. Who won the World Series?
Cardinals?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know anything about
the
sports.
San Francisco Giants, and the star pitcher MVP was.
You've got a team of writers who tell you
Even
this
I
stuff.
watched
I did not watch. I'm sorry.
Madison Bumgarner.
What?
Madison Bumgarner. That's a real name. It's a real guy.
Okay.
He pitched an almost no-hitter in the World Series, which is baseball.
Yes, I know.
But why are you mystified by when you walk down the street and people talk about the game? You want it to be a game. That's you trying to control things.
No, it's not.
It's your typical controlling nature.
No, I just wish I wish I knew the backstory of the teams. I wish I had more of an education about it.
But you're a little fascinated that Jessica Simpson has more money from her shoe dynasty than Tony Romo does from sports.
Well, I don't know that that's true. I don't know.
It's true. It's a fact.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yes. Take
Right.
that to the gym and brag
She
about
seems
it.
like a very nice person too. I've
Not
met
the
her.
sharpest pencil in the box, but nice.
Come on, she seems
Oh,
very
I'm sorry.
nice.
I'm sorry. She's a Rhodes Scholar. I mean, really?
Well, I don't know. You don't know.
She's the David Gergen of former Teen Stars.
That's very well.
There. Does that put it in
Yes,
context for you?
Yes. By the way, do you know that often when I'm on the air, Kathy sends me inappropriate texts while I'm on the air?
How dare you imply such a horrible, perpetrate a lie like
And
that?
the last time was during the State of the Union address. You sent me inappropriate text about David Gergen, who I was standing right next to.
I have a crush on David Gergen.
I know you do.
He's my hall pass. And I
He's your
sent you
hall pass.
a picture of myself with rug burns.
Yes,
that
I
feel
know.
like
Anyway.
And guess how I got him?
Do you know what
I was
time?
with David
Anyway,
Gergen.
yes.
We were naked. One
Got
thing
it,
led to
got it,
another.
okay, but-
Rug burns right on my knees, Professor.
Okay, let me
Hall
just.
pass.
I just want to.
No, you know
again,
what?
I apologize.
I don't.
I apologize
one bit. I think
for
he's
what she has
sexy.
said. I'm apologizing for what she will say,
All right.
and for what she's wearing, even though it's a tribute to her.
Even
the
though it's
great
a Joan
Joan
Rivers.
Rivers.
I know. It's,
Okay.
You got to walk the line. It's
All
careful.
right, we're going to head out to the Royal Caribbean Quantum of the Seas. Is that what I believe? It's
Yes.
the Quantum of the Seas, which I think wasn't that a James Bond movie? As
Yeah,
well?
it's the one coming
Okay.
out. It was late.
For a tropical New Year's celebration, our Randy Kay is there. They are near the Bahamas. But first, a quick thank you to the people at Marriott Marquise for the great shot from the hotel, from their rooftop. You're looking at that's where that image is taken.
Yeah.
And a quick look at the 10-foot crab. They are going to be dropping out in Maryland shortly. The crab drop.
So am I not supposed to do a crab joke? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
You ready your whatever crab joke you want. But look
I-
at that. Is that not the biggest crab you've seen? Probably not,
I
actually.
actually have seen crabs bigger, but usually they're in a
Let's
group.
bring out
And then I go
2014.
to the
We'll be right
doctor,
back.
and I get the sick row. I get the sick row.
Intoxicated by spring.
Well, the clock on the side of the Kremlin is counting down the seconds to midnight. St. Basil's Cathedral over there is looking absolutely spectacular, and thousands of Russians, despite their roller coaster year, have gathered here in the centre of this square for New Year. And there it is, 2015. Still filled with optimism. Filled with optimism.
That the scene in Moscow where it's about 20 degrees. Right here, right now, 2015 is still 2.5 hours away. 2.5 hours of good music and great
You know what would be
partying
a
away.
great way to fill that time?
What would?
Would you ever consider showing Today's Show the musical?
The Today Show put together a Today Show the musical. I think Kathy Lee wrote it.
It's freaky.
It's 14 minutes, 53 seconds. It was pretty amazing and inventive.
It's like the white version of the R. Kelly out of the closet video. Like it's super
I don't know what that
freaky.
means.
You know the R. Kelly? It's called Trapped in the Closet. It's iconic. Anyway, if you haven't
Do we have some of this? If you haven't seen it, you should watch this. It's online.
worth
We're going to show you a little bit.
This is today, and just like every day,
I call it shots.
he swears a lot.
I do not.
Yes, this is today. They come in looking like
Today Show the musical, and it went on for 14 minutes
It's a
and 53
14
seconds.
minutes work of art.
Yes.
It should win what's called the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. I believe Quentin Tarantino directed it, or Baz Luhrmann.
I give him credit for
You are
trying
so
and having fun,
full
and
of
they
it.
all committed to it.
Whatever. All right, fine, Ryan Seacrest II. Look, and by the way, Ryan Seacrest kept saying last night at dinner that it was game day, and I suggested that game day is what he yells when he's right about to.
Okay, let's go down
Like
to
you
the
can
street. Let's go
imagine
down
him.
street
You can
level.
totally see
Michaela
Sleeping Ryan.
Pereira is there.
And then it's
Michaela,
like,
how are the
3,
crowds
2,
down
1,
there?
Game day.
Kathy, can I do real talk with you, Kathy?
Yeah.
Is he behaving?
Anderson, no, he's not behaving at all. He's been. I've had to apologize for him several times.
I know, and girl, I'm praying for you, okay?
Thank you.
Hang in there.
Thank you. You get me. Thank you.
All right. I am down here in the heart of it. The ball is behind me. It has been dropping here since 1907. I got to pull these things out because I can hear myself in my head. There are people here from all over. We've got Rochester, New York. We've got Japan. We've got Honolulu. They have been here since 9 o'clock. What time did you get here?
9:30 this morning.
And you haven't used a bathroom since then, have you? How you feeling?
Very good.
You look good, though. Do you see these glasses right here? This is a happy girl. Come on down here because people come from all around the globe. We're going to navigate around our friends, the other media. Come on down, guys, because here's my boys. I want you to meet these guys. You traveled from where to come here today?
I came from Portugal.
And you came from?
From the Netherlands.
And you had another friend here. Where did you come from?
From El Salvador.
From El Salvador. Wave to your family back home. Now, first of all, I want you, because we're an international crowd here, tell me Happy New Year in Spanish.
Feliz Año Nuevo.
In Portuguese.
Feliz Ano Novo.
And in Dutch.
Gelukkig nieuwjaar, Michaela.
I already knew my name. All right, so here in America, we have a tradition of doing New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Do you do those back home?
Yes.
So tell me what your New Year's resolution is.
Well, I'm graduating this year from
Congratulations.
college. Thank you. So I want to become a chef this year.
Can we come to the restaurant?
Yes, of course.
You promise? And how about you?
I'm hoping to have very normal, but love, happiness, health.
Oh, that's
but
all good
mostly,
stuff.
Yes, but I would like to finish my PhD
Well,
successfully.
So we got
and then
smart
move on
people
my
here.
career, Yes.
Okay, and?
Besides love and happiness, I'm starting a new job as well as
Congratulations.
a doctor. Yeah.
Here's the deal. We're in good hands. If these are the people running the world, Anderson and Kathy, we're in good hands.
Get a picture with that.
Oh, look, we're going to do a selfie. I'll throw it back to you. We're going to do a selfie, okay?
All right, we'll come back to Michaela in a little bit. I love Michaela. Michaela is great.
Easy, Ellen.
What?
I said, easy, Ellen.
I don't get it.
Ellen. I did. Like that was, by the way, that was riveting.
I like the international. That's what's cool about this crowd.
Is it wrong that I wanted her to say when she was talking to someone from El Salvador and Portugal, like same diff? Is it wrong that I wanted her to just go, same diff?
Yes, that would be terribly
Would that be inappropriate?
wrong. That would be
All right,
inappropriate and
fine.
insulting.
Fine.
That would be insulting.
Okay.
You don't want to insult people.
You're the one who's in a Twitter war with Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins. Now let's rehash that one.
No, let's
because
not.
he actually had T-shirts made up.
Yes, which I thought was funny, actually. I have nothing against him. I wish him the best. It's
that's
done.
what you say to someone you really loathe. No. So, of all people, Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins has an issue with Anderson Cooper.
I thought I was having fun
I'm
with
so
him.
amused by that.
I thought I was having fun with him.
Out of all
Apparently, he
their
didn't see
Twitter
the way.
feuds, Gwyneth Paltrow, Martha Stewart.
There's not a feud. I'm not responding.
It's a huge
done.
feud.
It's done.
He's had
No.
T-shirts made up.
Yes, he has. But you know what? Look, I wish him the best. He has a new album out. Everyone says it's great. I wish him nothing but the best and lots of success.
I mean, he was posing on the cover of a cat magazine.
No, but like it was
and then
for charity.
you came down on him like a mallet.
No,
I mean, like
didn't.
a hammer.
Anyway, that's completely. No.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, it's
look
for
at how
charity. It's a good
innocent he
organization in
is.
Chicago.
And look at you.
I understand why he's annoyed at me, and
then there's a
that's
picture
fine.
of
I
you
understand
from a
that.
magazine.
Right, I made fun of myself in the thing.
No, I don't mean that magazine. I mean, then you're modeling in your Italian fashion magazines.
Okay.
I mean, this man is helping people.
Yeah, you're right. He was doing something good, and it's a great organization in Chicago. It's
But
a
you got
no-kill
some
shelter.
Twitter hate, correct?
Of course I did, understandably. People,
Yeah.
and I get it. And
I have gotten Twitter hate myself, and I think it can rival
Really?
yours. Yes. Here's who I have angered.
Yes.
I have. Here's what I'm coming
Who
after
have you
me.
angered this year?
All right, the singer Debbie Lovato. So
now,
whatever her
what
name
song
is.
does she sing?
Well, she has many songs, but she has now one. It's called I Don't Care. Typical. But anyway, her name is Demi Lovato, and I called her Debbie Lovato. And her fans were upset with me.
Okay.
And they're how shall I say passionate.
Okay.
So I'm going to read you some of the tweets that they sent me. And sometimes things are so horrible you have to laugh. At Kathy Griffin, I'll burn your house down. At Kathy Griffin, don't Zoo ever talk about my Demi again, or us Lovotics will kill you in your sleep.
Are you serious? These are actual tweets?
In my sleep. I won't even see it coming. And then the last one, and I'm not making light of this topic, but it did make me laugh, I admit. At Kathy Griffin, I really hope you commit suicide.
Wow.
Maybe they're not the most educated kids. I'm just saying.
I don't know anything about
But
that.
you don't want the Lovotics coming after you.
I have nothing.
I will
I don't
take
know.
one for the team.
And you know what? And I probably.
Take that, Billy Corgan.
And again, I have nothing. I wish him nothing but the best.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're still so self-consumed. You're worried about your Billy Corgan T-shirts, and I have the Lovotics.
I'm not
saying
worried about them.
they're
I thought
gonna
they
burn
were
my
funny.
house down.
Well, I'm concerned for you as well, but you seem not too concerned because
No,
you're
I'm not.
reading the tweets
Yeah, they're
out on
funny.
the
They're
air.
sort of funny.
Right.
All right.
Now, would I know one of her songs?
You probably know some of her songs, yeah.
Okay.
I think she's going out with that Wilmer Bang Your Mama. That guy, that 70s show guy. He's
What?
like been around the block. You know that guy, Wilmer, what's his name? He was on that 70s show. He was like
I don't know.
with Lohan for
There
a
are
while.
a lot of different ways to ring in the new year that do. I apologize. That do not involve the cold, do not involve crowds, except perhaps at the buffet table. We're talking about cruises. After all, it is summer right now on half the planet. Of course, it is always summer where Randy Kay is. She joins us now aboard a cruise ship off the Bahamas. Randy, are you having fun? How is it?
We are having fun. Listen, I hope you guys aren't freezing in Times Square because it's like, you can tell we're having fun. It's like 75 degrees here, okay? We are on the Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas, and we are cruising the Caribbean Sea. We are somewhere off the coast of the Bahamas, working our way back up the eastern seaboard. Wow, the party is just getting started. I gotta tell you, this is the first time they've ever done New Year's on this ship. In fact, it's only the 8th time this ship has ever been in the water. It's a brand new ship. There's about 4,800 people on board. Here's some of them. Happy New Year. We are up on the main deck, and there's about 2,000 people expected to be at this party. And it's just getting rocking. We got the DJ right here. He is singing. And let me take you over here, because I know you guys have that great ball that's going to drop at midnight Times Square. But check this out. All the way up there, that's something called the North Star. It's modeled after the London Eye, and that ball with the lights on it is also going to go up about 300 feet in the air, and then it's going to come back down very slowly at midnight, and we're going to have our own ball drop here, right here on the Quantum of the Seas,
that's like a
and
lot
we
of
have
fun.
our own Jumbotron. Yeah, and it's showing. See, you guys, there you are. We have our own Jumbotron, just like Times Square. So this is the place to have the party and bring in the new year.
All right, Randy, we will continue to check in with you as you ring in the new year.
We're not going to come back, Randy.
Yeah, we're going to come back.
How did she get the gig on a boat in the Bahamas and we're here?
I don't know.
I'm not coming back, just out of spite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When was the last time you were on a cruise ship?
I've only performed on cruises.
I know.
So I was on probably like 6 months ago. What would you ever do in that social situation? I can't even imagine you on any kind of a cruise, like where you have to leave your cabin and talk to people.
I would hide in my cabin.
Yeah, that's right. For like 8 days?
Probably,
okay.
Yes. Probably for about 8 days.
What would it take to get you go on a cruise?
I don't know.
Like Kathy Lee from Today's Show, the musical, she sings on those cruises.
I would go on a cruise with Kathy Lee. I would.
And you know it.
I absolutely would go and see her.
All right, what is your problem with Today's Show, the musical? I think it's a really positive, artistic expression of what really happened.
I tweeted about how much I liked it.
You tweeted it was amazing.
It was amazing. Up next.
I liked it. I thought it was adorable.
I liked it too. I thought it was
freaky.
great.
It's super freaky.
I thought it was. I think it was really cool that they tried something cool and interesting. It's online. You should check it out. Up next, New Orleans and some top shelf music. Also later, we will go farther south, a bit later for the shoe drop down in Key West. And here at the scene right now in Times Square as we wait with as many as they say as many as 1 million people. It's hard to tell.
We have crabs, yes.
Here in Times Square, there's going to be a crab drop as well.
We have crabs.
For the crab drop, and we got the ball here at midnight dropping. We'll be right back.
It's two cities and they're only pipes and chains and swinging hands. Who's your
And that is Big Sam's Funky Nation on the roof of Jack's Brewery, overlooking Jackson Square in the great city of New Orleans.
But let's just talk about what that prop was.
It looked like Baby New Year. Like a prop of Baby New Year.
Twisted
well, it's
version.
It's New Orleans.
I know, but it was like a sex toy, like a blow-up doll.
No, it wasn't.
Clearly,
No, it wasn't.
everybody was taking it. Luckily, I said it for Brooke Baldwin, so Brooke doesn't have to say it.
No, that's not what it is. It's Baby New Year.
Well, obviously from an adult store. I mean, that is completely inappropriate. This is worse than the Janet Jackson scandal, and Justin Timberlake walked away from that one, but I won't.
I don't know what you're talking about. Brooke Baldwin is there for us in New Orleans. Brooke, what's the scene there?
Yeah, with the doll.
Well, I do. If we're talking about Baby New Year, I actually found out a little bit ago that this is the last year for this Baby New Year. So if one of you has a little extra room in your living room, Baby New Year can be yours. Big Sam's Funky Nation, they're awesome. We're gonna rock out here at the top of Jackson Brewery in beautiful Jackson Square in the quarter. Listen, I know a lot of revelers. They're gonna be staying up with you all till midnight Eastern. Stay with us because the party only begins with these guys and everyone else here in New Orleans. We've got, of course, all along the quarter, but up here we have the Fleur de Lis drop, which is what we'll be watching for at midnight local time here where it really matters in New Orleans, Louisiana. We got the Mighty Mississippi. We'll take you all the fireworks, all the greatness, everything Southern right here on CNN. Kathy and Anderson, Baby New Year could be yours.
That's I could see that in your house, Kathy.
Baby New Year.
I could see that in your house.
Twisted,
and just so Kathy and I are on until 12:30 East Coast time, and then Brooke and Don Lemon take over to ring in the New Year Central time. So our coverage continues.
And get in there because it looks
night.
packed in NOLA.
It does. Have you ever been to NOLA for New Year's?
No, I'm with you.
For what?
I'm with you.
No, I know, but in the past.
No, I didn't exist before you. That's how he thinks. I know him.
It's true.
I know him. Well, you know, it's funny, during that music act, I was thinking about your 60 Minutes piece with the Foo Fighters. I don't know if we have a picture of that, but Anderson interviewed David Grohl and the rest of the Foo Fighters.
A great band, and Dave Grohl is the nicest guy.
Okay, name 5 Foo Fighter songs.
Oh, come on now.
I told you, David. I emailed David Grohl last night. I said he can't name 5. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this picture. Okay, so you think you can just put on a plaid shirt.
What do you mean?
And you're like grungy Rachel Maddow. I mean, who do you think you're
By the way,
fooling?
this is so cool. This is Dave Grohl in his home studio where he writes a lot of stuff, and it's right off his daughter's playroom. It's very funny.
But okay, but you clearly made a conscious choice to go, I'm going to take off the Prada, take off the Hugo Boss. I'm going to find, what do the kids call it? Grunge. And I'm going to put on, and I can just see you like ruffling it in your hotel room, like rolling around in it, and go, oh my gosh, I could be in Pearl Jam. I mean, it's no wonder Billy
That's
Corgan's
what I wear all the
you.
time.
You do not.
Look,
you
hello, what am I wearing
do
tonight?
not.
What am I wearing tonight?
You're wearing,
This is J. Crew.
you're
This is
clearly
J.
wearing
Crew.
this outfit.
No, this is.
Oops, like you always
This is J.
do.
Crew. I got it
What
for.
are you,
I got
Michelle
it for,
Obama?
I got it for
You have a
Christmas.
hookup with them?
J. Crew's awesome.
I'm just saying. Oh, so this is a payola thing.
No, it's not a
Is this one
payola
of those
thing.
payola things?
No, but
because I'm actually here because I love it. I'm here because it's game night. Game night. Drink up.
Oh Lord.
All right, with the Foo Fighters,
Wow.
Learn to Fly, Everlong, Best of You, The Pretender, Times Like These. Can you even
Yes.
sing any of those?
No, I'm terrible at singing. I'm not going to sing. It's like dancing.
Just
I'm not
sing
going to
The
do it.
Pretender. I'm the Pretender. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not going to mumble and sing like I don't even. Was that a song you were you singing?
Clearly, obviously. I love your grunge
incoherent.
phase, though. It was very convincing.
Oh, wow. Is this our last year together?
Never. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to quote you from your Lomo quote, Lomo magazine. And here we go. And I quote, I'm painfully shy. By the way, that's why he's on television. I'm painfully shy. I'm the person at the party. Never goes to a party. Like, he'll go to a paid appearance, but will never go to, like, he would never, like, hey, come to my birthday party. Never. Yesterday, he actually said, we were going to have dinner. He actually texted me, I'm going to have a root canal
I thought I had to have a root canal
as a backup
yesterday.
plan, because I obviously was thinking about a way to get out of dinner.
I would know. I
And then he
was
shows
hoping
up
to
at
get out of
dinner.
this. I was hoping to get out
All
of
right,
this.
but what happened when you showed up at the restaurant?
Okay. Oh, so this is actually true. So I make a reservation at this lovely restaurant called Blue Hill, which is a great restaurant
Where
in New
I
York.
picked up the bill, and it was not cheap. It was hundreds of dollars.
Pay for it. Anyway, I walk in. It's this very nice, quiet restaurant. I walk in. I'm like 5 minutes late. Kathy stands up and yells out, Anderson Cooper, ladies and gentlemen. Anderson Cooper makes a scene in the restaurant. Everyone in the restaurant is like...
Should have been on time.
Turns
How
around.
about that?
Two guys behind us kept saying, like, who are those people? Who are those people? They were irritated
You'll
at you.
think about those 5 minutes next time. Trust me.
And then a guy had what seemed to be a heart attack in the restaurant.
There was an actual medical incident.
Right.
And where were you, Sanjay? And by the way, you know
Paramedics came in a second.
all right, to continue. I'm the person at the party, never attended a party, who hides in the kitchen, doesn't know what a kitchen is because his help prepares his food, and then says, holding a beer, leaning against the fridge. I have never seen him drink a beer
I
ever.
know I drink a beer, but I will.
You can't even name a beer. Name a beer.
Bud Light.
All right, name two more beers.
Amstel, Heineken.
You don't even drink beer. With your grunge shirt. You don't have a, last night he had champagne.
Okay, let me just explain
and
something.
expensive
Let me
wine.
just explain the reality of her, because she is all fancy. She stayed in my house one time, and she
that was a
left
nightmare.
after a night because I had
Couldn't
no
get out of
food.
there
I had
fast
no
enough.
food in the refrigerator. I made her hot dogs. She didn't know what it
It's
was.
not exactly a bed and breakfast. There was neither bed nor breakfast.
She kept thinking there'd be help there, and she finally decided to leave to go to George Stephanopoulos' house because
He has
they
a
had
nice
help.
house. They have a
I'm
nice
sure
house.
he does.
And they have like a guest house, and they have flowers.
Yes.
Like nice flowers.
But you left there
And
too.
good
Do you
food.
remember why you left there?
No, why?
Kids. There
Oh,
were
I don't like
running
kids.
around.
Yeah, I don't like kids.
There were kids running around.
I don't want to hear about your kids. I'm sure they're all gifted, but I don't want to hear. And I don't want you to bring them to my live shows. Go to kathygriffin.com for tickets for my live shows.
Oh man.
I have 30 cities coming up.
Are you still going to be touring?
Yes,
even though
I
you're doing
really
Fashion
do. I have
Police?
30 cities coming up in Fashion Police. But let's get back to your quotes. This is also from the Italian magazine. Tommy Hilfiger said you're not supposed to wash high-quality denim. All right, what kind of person walks around quoting the Oracle, Tommy Hilfiger?
You know, you can take anything out of context. You know what I mean?
But most people say Confucius say, or I once read that Socrates, Tommy Hilfiger said, you shouldn't wash high quality denim. Like this guy knows the difference. He's like measuring the qualities of like, I give it a 4 out of 7, high quality denim. And then he goes, anyway, I haven't changed my habits. That's true. If you're gonna have Kraft mac and cheese right now, you know.
Yes. You know,
I know.
I had a Big Mac yesterday. It was
What about Morgan Spurlock, who's now on your channel? And by the way, who isn't CNN? Like,
What?
I'm ready for my mom to look in the camera and go, I'm Maggie Griffin. I have a box of wine. This is CNN. Like, how many people people are you just going to say this is CNN?
Or do a lot of people say it now?
Like everybody, people
Really?
on other channels say it. I think you just get random food truck people to say it now. I mean, you got.
Have they asked you to do one yet?
No, I said no. I passed. I said I'm too big. I'm too famous. I'm not doing it. Everybody says this is CNN. I get it. So how do you feel about the other shows on CNN?
All right, stay with us as our New Year's Eve celebration continues.
I call it Parts Known. How many times is Tony Bourdain going to go to Boston? Parts Known by Anthony Bourdain. I'm going to Boston.
I love that show. I love that show.
He showed his heroin arrest photo.
I love
CNN,
that show.
Who are you hiring? Tony Bourdain's like, here's my mugshot, heroin.
That was a great show
I'm
he
Anthony
did.
Bourdain. This is CNN.
We are we're heading back to New Orleans, Memphis, Easton, Maryland for the crab drop, which Kathy is very excited
I
about.
do have crabs.
We got falling guitars, 10-foot crabs.
Drag queens? I got those too, trust
directors,
me. Oh, I've met them.
Fun for children
Don't
of
like 'em.
all ages,
No,
truly. And
not
look,
true.
Baby New Year.
Not true for all ages.
You have seen Baby New Year is yet again there. Here in Times Square, we're just over 2 hours away from
This
midnight.
is not a show for all ages. Stop saying that.
First, more Big Sam's Funky Nation, the Big Easy playing
Big
us out.
Sam, this is CNN.
And welcome back, New York's Times Square. I'm Anderson Cooper with the beloved Kathy Griffin.
And the beloved Richard Quest.
Richard Quest
Now, I'm very excited to talk to Richard.
Have you met Richard before?
No, but I feel he's like a wild animal that you guys hire. Like a wild, he's like a wild, rescue dog that was abused, but then you love him and he could turn out, see? He's...
Richard Quest, how are you doing, Richard, down in the crowd?
All right, so look, the wild beast in me is ready to go. Here's the idea. Very simple. Think about this, what we're about to do. We get 1 million people.
I can't hear Richard.
We get 1 million people in Times Square and we ask them to watch and wait for that ball to drop over 60 seconds. And these are the people who have been waiting. Now, where are you from?
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Where?
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. She's used to the cold weather, but come with me. Where are you from?
Arizona.
This lady is from Arizona. How many layers have you got on?
Like 5. It's warm in Arizona.
5. Okay, what they've all been here is for hours. What time did you get here?
11 a.m.
11
a.m.
Okay, the question everybody at home wants to know. It's now 10 o'clock at night. How have you been to the toilet in the last 12 hours?
You don't eat or drink.
What?
We haven't. No food or water for us. No food and no water.
No food or water?
No. Yeah. No. Hold it. Yeah.
Isn't this the moment where I start pouring water to make them all go a bit? Is it worth it? You do not look as if it's worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
You look decidedly unhappy.
No, it's just
Where are you from?
Washington.
Oh, you haven't come far enough to talk to. I'm sorry. Who's come the furthest? Where are you?
I'm from Japan.
Ah, Japan. Lots of buying in Japan. Is it worth it?
Yeah, it is worth it. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah.
Think about this, Anderson and Kathy. They come here, they stand here for about 12 hours. They have no food, they have no drink. Sorry?
No water!
You don't want any water, you can't go to the toilet. Who is dying to go to the toilet?
Okay. All right. Richard.
Yes.
We're gonna have you come up here.
I have to meet him.
Yeah, Richard, you got to come up here. Kathy wants to meet you.
Let the animal out of the cage.
Yes, he's been too restrained. He's been too restrained. So Richard is going to come up here in a couple minutes. He'll join us up here, and yeah. So I don't, you will meet the legend that is Richard Quest. You have nothing to say.
Why don't you prep me for that?
Okay.
So apparently, CNN was hiring, and Richard was just like, he reminds me of like when Dateline does a story about like a dog that chases its tail and they have to give it medication, or like a dog that swims in a pool.
No, Richard has a business show on CNN International.
Oh, I've been, when I'm overseas, I watch him as well.
Yeah, he's great.
But I'm just saying.
I love his enthusiasm.
Okay, let's go with enthusiasm.
Let's also check in with...
Richard Quest again?
No, let's go down to Havana.
Was he wearing a sequined, bedazzled
We're going to find out.
vest?
We're going to find out.
Maybe like a Swarovski tie-in?
It's very possible.
All right.
Let's go to Havana, Cuba, where Patrick Ottman is joining us. Patrick, what's it like there for New Year's Eve?
Good evening, Anderson and Kathy. We're at the Tropicana nightclub and cabaret, where you can see the show is just getting underway. Dancing behind us, this is an institution here in Havana. You know, it's not just the end of the calendar year here in Cuba, it's the anniversary of the Cuban Revolution when Fidel Castro took power here. As you can see, it's quite a show. They're just getting started, and this is something that predates the revolution. After the revolution took power, the government, of course, took over this club, took over everything, kicked the casino out. But the cabaret and the dancing here at this club continued on, and several hundred international visitors. But what you don't see here are Americans. After the revolution, Americans stopped being able to come here. Of course, there was an embargo, economic sanctions from the United States on Cuba. But that's all changing, we think, and very, very soon. Of course, just 2 weeks ago, U.S. President Barack Obama, Raul Castro, Cuba's president, reached a historic agreement that's going to allow Americans to slowly be able to start coming back. We expect they'd come back to a place like this, like the Tropicana. A lot of the employees are telling us they've already hearing word from American visitors that they're planning on coming here, planning on once again enjoying the spectacle at the Tropicana. You know, don't see a lot of Cubans here because it's an expensive show. But the Cubans we've talked to say they're very hopeful that next year will be a better year for Cuba, that some of the Americans coming here, that they'll have an economic benefit to them. But at least for the moment right now in Havana, they are dancing, and it's quite a show. Anderson and Kathy.
Have a great New Year. The New Year's in Havana. We'll check in with you a little bit later on as we continue to count down.
Way to keep it light, Patrick.
Well, you know, yes, a lot of information.
I didn't know Patrick was the keeping it reals of CNN.
Well, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of, and look who's joined us, Richard Quest.
Richard Quest is here.
You invited me to a party, so I had to dress for the con.
Wow.
Why are you shouting at me? What have I ever done to you but love
What
you?
is that?
She's supposed to touch it first.
Okay, all right.
My turn.
Here, so that's like a metal vest.
It's beating.
So what
it's probably been gently beaded. Uh-oh. I'm not afraid, Questy.
No, get away.
Questy brings the heat.
Questy brings the heat.
What did you do today?
What did I do today? I basically was terrified at the prospect of what was going to happen in the next.
Why is he shouting? Why is he shouting?
He's afraid of you.
Well, as he should be. Now, where does one purchase a beaded vest such as this?
I purchased this in New York from a wonderful woman by the name of Patricia Field many years ago.
Of course, the designer for Sex and the City.
Absolutely.
But what I like is that you say in New York as if we're not here. Are you aware we're in New York, Richard? I told you.
Richard, is this your first time in Times Square for New Year's Eve?
Anderson, I was in Times Square. My first one was 1988.
Are you serious? Really?
I used to come every year, and I used to watch the ball, and then the fireworks.
And where would you stand?
Oh no, I was up by the Wellington Hotel up there.
But
you weren't a reveler?
You were a reveler or a reporter?
And.
He doesn't care about your question. All right.
Were you a participant or a reporter?
And I was in Times Square for the Millennium.
Oh, wow,
He just won't answer any of your questions.
What was the question? Sorry.
Were you
What I love is it doesn't matter. It's about you, Richard.
It doesn't matter.
No,
it really doesn't
matter.
matter.
Thank you. You've got a little spirit. I like that. He's got some spunk.
I see. I knew you would like Richard Quest.
Of course, he gets me.
By the way, Richard, so she and I had a dinner last night, And
Why wasn't I invited?
Well, you were.
He wouldn't let you come.
I didn't get the message until you
Lies,
had left.
Lies.
No, it's true. I looked at my thing and she said the message was, invite Richard Quest, he's way more fun than you are.
That's true.
Yes.
I said he's way more fun than you are.
You are such a loser.
Yeah, I know I'm a loser.
Now it's 2 against 1.
That's
you
right.
really
Good
are
luck.
deep.
And one of us is wearing beads.
How many
about
layers? How many layers have you got on?
I've got like 8. I got 8 like
When's
8
the last time that you were at the gym and you were on the treadmill dancing to Lord?
Well, I was
Running
in the gym
to Lord.
today.
Oh, big guns.
Yeah, big guns.
All right, put him away, Tiger. Uh-oh, it's the OK Corral over here, huh? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
What'd you have for lunch?
I really don't know what
What
you're
did I
talking
have
about.
for lunch?
Yeah.
I was too nervous at meeting you because I was all of a dither.
You didn't want to get the runs.
Listen, there are people out there who haven't been to the toilet in 12 hours.
Well, you barely mentioned it.
Well, when did you...
I like when you start to just get them to yell water as if it's Guantanamo Bay. I mean, take it down a notch, Richard. You're scaring us.
If I'm scaring you, then I'm in deep trouble.
That's right, because he's got an apology sign.
Richard came to me the other day and asked
And
how he should prepare for you.
What did you say?
I just said there's no way you can prepare.
No, there's no way you can prepare.
Yeah.
You can't be prepared for Questy.
I recommended Kevlar, but he's got metal, so that's good. It bounces right off.
I feel I've been quested.
You can rip it
I've
open.
been requested.
You can rip it open if you really want to.
Oh, well, no, all right. No, all right, okay. I think we're going to take a break. A lot more from here across the country.
Remember, no
around the world.
stripping.
Anderson, who?
No simulations. If I hear
I'm
that
Kathy
one more
Griffin.
time.
This is CNN.
I apologize. And I'm surprised at you, Richard Quest. I'm surprised at you.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare I?
You're British,
Richard
a little
Quest.
decorum.
I
for
mean,
goodness
what about
sakes.
the Royals? What would they say?
What?
Royals, that must trigger you.
Don't start on the Royals.
No, I love them all.
All right. We'll bring you the best of the evening, no matter where it's happening all around the world, the United States. We'll be right back from here in New York.
Happy New Year!
That is one of my favorite bars in New Orleans, the legendary Spotted Cat Music Club in New Orleans. It's in the Marigny. It's on Frenchman. If you haven't been, you got to go anytime you're in New Orleans.
How much?
What?
How much are you getting from them?
Nothing.
I mean,
It's just
this
one of
is
my
so
favorite places.
Obvious that you're getting a kickback.
I'm not getting a kickback. There are
And
no
by the way,
kickbacks.
it's not like you're Mr. Pub Crawl. I mean, I love
No,
how
but
you're like,
I go
I
there-
love this bar and that beer.
No, the owner is a
Who's
love.
Tony
it's-
Romo.
The owner's a very nice guy, and it's a small club. They have live bands like the New Orleans
I'm
Jazz
sorry,
Vipers
did
used
you
to play there.
Did you miss the tweet?
The tweet?
We just got a tweet from the American Authors, and it
Okay.
says, and I quote, "Wait a minute, who's Anderson Cooper?"
Ouch.
Sting.
They tweeted that?
Zing.
I'm sorry. I do know. Okay,
Wow.
see, yes, I know their song.
Somebody just got served.
I did. I got served. You're right. I'm not
Yeah.
all that well versed on
Why don't you get
music.
your sign? Your sign you're so proud of.
Okay.
You're
All right.
being-
You're
I
right. All right.
apologize, sign.
All right. American Authors. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I don't.
I do know your song.
I never heard of you.
I did think the lead singer.
You're no Celine Dion, I'll tell you that much. And you know it.
Of course I know. Yeah. But
No, I'm yelling at them saying, you know, it's not
no,
like they're the
but
Backstreet Boys.
but I did know their song, and
The
I like.
Backstreet Boys is a real
And I
group.
like their song a lot, and I wish them nothing but the best.
Well, they just hate tweeted you.
Apparently they did, but that's
So
okay.
Anderson just revealed that he cannot read his Twitter at this moment. So what I know that means is that about 3 a.m, he will be in a ball, sobbing, being spooned by his mother again, because he will not believe that like 3 out of 10 million loving tweets are somewhat negative. He cannot get over it. So Gloria, get ready, keep the light on, and get the big.
I don't live with my mom.
Yes, you do. Do you guys not know he lives with his mom?
I don't live with my
He's got a small room with what's called a Murphy bed. And it goes down, and then there's story time. And they have lunches and tea and scones. and they would rather do other things than talk about the American authors.
For those who are just joining us, and if you weren't joining us at the top of the program, explain your ensemble. Because it's controversial. Because you're wearing real fur, which I was surprised by. Because I don't know anybody who wears real fur.
Correct. I was surprised as well. However, it is the actual Dennis Basso coat of my dear departed friend Joan Rivers, and I wanted
This is her actual coat.
It actually is inscribed Joan Rivers inside. She got it in 1980, and I just thought in her honor, and
That's
because
nice.
it's freezing, but in her honor, I'm wearing it. And as you know, I'll be taking over her throne. Big shoes to fill in Fashion Police on January 12th. And so Melissa lovingly said, yes, you may wear one of my mother's prized furs.
That's nice.
And I know that Twitter hate will come. I know that.
I mean, just to get serious for a moment, I still can't believe that she is gone.
Yes, correct.
You know?
I know. There really was only one. And I will say, posthumously, I actually think she is getting the respect that she deserved when she was alive. But it's actually nice to hear people saying all these wonderful things about her.
The fact that she was, working as hard as she worked.
81 years old, did
Incredible.
an hour-long set the night before she got ill, and just one of a kind.
Yeah,
one of a kind.
amazing
Yes.
lady. I do want to go back to New Orleans. We just showed you the Spotted Cat, my favorite bar on Frenchman. Our Don Lemon is down in New Orleans. Don, what's the scene like tonight?
It's crazy because it's not only New Year's, it's a Sugar Bowl, and we've got a lot of fans here from Alabama. I've got this. Kathy has her coat, and I've got these, and I'm going to bring back to New York to give
You
to
are
Kathy.
not messing around
Kathy,
with
it's some really.
Don,
it's some
Don
really
who's
big
playing in the
balls,
Sugar Bowl
Kathy.
this year? I
It's
like
Ohio
your balls.
State and
Don, who's playing
Alabama.
in the Sugar Bowl?
Are you kidding? It's
See,
Ohio State
Don
and Alabama.
knows.
You
Don
think I don't know
knows.
that?
Of course Don knows.
Don knows something you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
I grew
sports.
up
That's
here.
Gotta hurt.
Don. Yes, of
Don,
course.
look at the camera and say,
You
this
know,
is CNN.
Anderson. I'm
Don't
Anderson
just-
Cooper, and
you
this
don't
is
have to do it.
CNN.
You don't
Do
have
it.
to. Right.
Anybody will do it.
But let me tell you,
seriously. You people,
Anderson, the crew guys every night when they're like watching the game and talking about sports, and I like talk back and they say, "Are you like Anderson? Do you know absolutely nothing about sports? Can you just comment on the outfits and the colors of the uniform?"
Exactly. But how do you know what game they're talking about? There's a million games on. I turn around, there's like ESPN 2 and 3 and 4 and ESPN Classic. I don't know what game
I
they're
can
watching.
listen to you and Don Lemon talk sports all night long.
But Don, you better not throw those beads, though, because you're gonna hurt somebody if you throw those beads.
But Anderson,
What
you have
country won the
a
gold
New
medal
Orleans
in
connection.
2014 Winter Olympics hockey.
I do. Oh yeah. So I love New Orleans. My
Canada.
grandmother sold ladies' hats at Maison Blanche. What?
Yeah, you're
So
right,
then
Don.
you know,
Sorry, I was talking to Don.
Oh no.
I was a model. I was a model for Maison Blanche. But here's the thing: do you know what I had to do to get these?
Wait, does
you
CNN
have to
just
do
hire
things in order to get
models?
bees.
I can imagine. Yes, I can imagine.
What kind of things, Don?
We will leave that on
Dirty
that.
things.
That's for Don and Brooke Baldwin are going to take over.
Things.
Don and Brooke Baldwin are going to
Things
take
that
over
shall
at
not be named.
12:30.
Don.
Our live coverage to
What would
ring
you
it.
do?
To ring
Nice
the new
coat,
year.
Kathy. I love your
Central
coat, by the
Time.
way. Wear it with pride. Wear it with pride.
Well, I am Joan Rivers. Hashtag.
All right, we're going to check back in with Don. And Don, you should also check out the Spotted Cat down on Frenchman.
Okay, I get it. You love that place.
I do. I love that place.
You drank your bud there. One of your many beers you're known for.
You asked me about a beer. I named the
didn't
first
know
beer
every
that
day
came
was
to
a pub
mind.
crawl for you. Can I just quote one more thing in your Italian?
No.
Okay. Anyway,
Do you
he
take
says,
part in SantaCon, by the way?
SantaCon?
Do you know about
Is that
SantaCon?
ChemiCon?
SantaCon is I don't know if it's only in New York, but it was a couple weekends ago.
I saw it on Colbert.
And it's where all these drunk people dress up as Santa and go on a pub crawl. It's supposedly for charity. I hope it is.
I don't think it is. I mean, I'm not buying it.
I don't
It's a
really
lot of drunk. I grew up Irish Catholic.
And I live on a
It's like
block
Christmas
that
in my
has a
house.
bunch of bars, so
Yeah.
it ends up with just
Vomit and Santa.
Oh, and drunk
And
Santas
the
who have
stockings are just doused with vomit.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
But it helps the children.
I don't know if it
Probably.
really. I hope there's a benefit for it.
What are some of your resolutions?
Okay, Kathy asked me this because every time, even if I begin to say one of my resolutions, she'll pretend to fall asleep because they're all so friggin' boring.
Also because you have no soul. But what? I mean, if you had to have a resolution.
You really want to know?
Yeah, I really do.
Well, I'm not going to tell
He
you
doesn't have one. He doesn't have one because it doesn't matter. It's like a heart that's glass. It's like that song, Heart of Glass, except his doesn't shatter. It doesn't even
Now
crack.
that I know, that's Blondie.
Way to go.
I
you
mean,
are
I
down
love
with,
that.
You're right up there with the
Because that's from the 80s. That's when I paid attention
That
to
was
music.
your era.
That was my era.
I know. I can see it
I
with
was
the
never
limelight.
better. I was never better.
Floor 3 of the limelight. I can see it.
That's right. We had a Studio 54. You know how it was.
Yes.
Okay. I got to get in a quick mention of the online opportunities to join the
Did you
fun.
actually be an anchor on CNN?
To join the
like you
celebration?
just join online and then you can just say this is CNN?
No, you can post on Twitter, on Instagram. The hashtag to use is CNNNYE.
I've been using it.
Have you? You've
Yes.
been tweeting? No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Tweet
Not
us.
necessarily nice things about you, but
Yeah.
things.
Tweet us your New Year's wishes, resolutions, photos of your celebration. We're going to air some of them and feature others at CNN.com.
There's a lot we can't air.
/NYE. In addition, you can follow me at Anderson Cooper on Twitter, also on Instagram. Kathy is at Kathy Griffin.
Yes.
Are you on Instagram as well?
Of course I am. I'm on all of them. In fact, I actually recently Instagrammed a photo of I was at a party at Jackie Collins' house having a lovely conversation with Sidney Poitier. And I was talking to Sydney, and it was a great moment. And someone took a photo, Jackie Collins, and there's literally this hand in the middle. And of course, it's freaking Piers Morgan ruining the moment. When I'm having a conversation with Poitier, like, he's so that guy that when you're having a great conversation, would have no sense of it. And there's a photo of just Piers Morgan's hand right in front of me and Sidney Poitier.
Piers who?
Yeah. You're going to get some tweets, mostly from Piers. By the way, it takes like a stiff wind to have a Twitter war with Piers Morgan.
No, he's dying for a Twitter war. I make no mention of him.
No apology.
No,
Put the sign down.
No, I'm not.
No, he's like the Heidi and Spencer of formerly of CNN. Loves the Twitter war.
Listen, I hope he gets a job, one day. I hope he gets gainful employment.
Yeah.
We are back.
Because what's great is that Anderson is nervous and nauseous and then he sees the words live crab on the teleprompter. So I just want to explain his facial discomfort. Go ahead.
That's what it says on the teleprompter, live crab.
Because you know that Piers is going to say like, oh, way to go, making fun of me and then talking about crabs, #classy. Like, he's going to do something like that.
I don't think anyone cares what he does. There is the crab, a giant crab, and a man posing with said crab. That is in Easton, Maryland. That is the crab drop.
I'm already itching to see the story because I'm sure it's fascinating at a global look at New Year's.
Yes.
I'm not giving the check back.
And Gary
Did they not tell
Tuchman.
about the disclaimer?
What's the disclaimer?
The disclaimer where if I say something too far, I have to give the check back.
Oh, that is true, yes.
I'm not giving it back for the crab joke, Jeff.
Kathy has to give back the check if she goes
Jeff
too
Zucker,
far.
you heard me.
In past years, she has gone too far.
No, I'm not giving the check back.
She's had to give the check back.
I already had a talk with Susie Orman personally.
But first, Randy Kay is on a cruise ship for us, and she meets the bionic bartender.
Well, I love that show.
So, of course, we found the coolest bar on board Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas. We have robotic bartenders here. They choose from 160 different liquors. I ordered my drink on an iPad. They shake it up, deliver it to you, and here it comes my way. Here we go. Cheers, Kathy and Anderson.
And welcome back. We are live here in Times Square. I'm Anderson Cooper with my buddy Kathy Griffin.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, when you guys show the clip that you showed before the commercial, I feel that's your way to set me up.
Okay, now let me
You can't just show something like this to me.
I will show you the clip again. This was Randy Kay.
I'm a human being.
This is Randy Kay
I'm a
talking,
comedian.
doing a stand-up about, I guess on this cruise ship they have something called a bionic bartender. Let's just take a look at the beginning.
Okay, so really, I'm supposed to just talk about what, current events or how your day was, and that's clearly Randy reenacting.
I don't know.
Last
anyway,
night.
Anyway, so
Randy
I don't. Did you see Randy?
Like, is that her version of Tinder?
Did you see Randy earlier?
Are you on Tinder?
I don't know what Tinder is. I do know what Tinder is, but no, I'm not on it.
Why?
Well, how can I be on the? Why would I be on these
I think
things?
it would be fantastic.
No,
I would love to see you on a blind date.
Really?
Like, what's up? I'm Anderson. You do the squint, and then you bring that blue thing that looks like
A what?
that blue thing that Randy Kay
Right.
looks like.
Did you
some
see
sort of
Randy Kay earlier this year when she was in Colorado at a medical marijuana clinic?
Yeah, she got high.
She had a
She
little
got high in the
contact
air.
high. It
I
seemed
know,
like it. She was
I know.
all red. It was very sweet.
Well,
it was very funny.
You enjoy the blunt, am I right?
I don't know what that means.
Game night.
Moving on. Ordinarily, right around this point, we would check in with our Gary Tuckman, who traditionally has done like the fun run in Central
Yes.
Park. He does the midnight run in Central Park. Some other unique celebration around the country. He's on assignment tonight, though. He's covering news on the other side of the world. But luckily for us, his daughter Lindsay, who's a talent in her own right. She's a young reporter, just starting out. She joins us now from Easton, Maryland. Lindsay, welcome to the party. Thanks so much for pitching in for your dad. How you doing?
Yeah, no, thank you guys. I'm doing great. It's a little cold, but we're doing great out here. It's
So
the
now
crab drop, which
explain the
clearly you
tradition.
guys have.
Yeah, explain this
Continue.
tradition here. Does that crab actually drop?
Yeah, that crab does drop, and it's pretty interesting because crabs here are a really big deal, and that's because they drive the economy forward. The watermen go out in the Chesapeake Bay every day, fishing all day for crabs. And earlier, actually, at 9 o'clock, they had a drop already of this big guy behind me. They dropped it for the little kids. So they all gathered around. They dressed up as seafood themselves, jellyfish, sharks, crabs, everything you could imagine, so that they could see the crab drop before midnight when they're going to be warm in their beds. But the rest of us will be here for the rest of the night. And you really need to take a good look at this crab behind me here. He is 8 feet by 8 feet, and that's claw to claw. That's what they're telling me. It's made out of paper mache, and you can tell that it looks pretty delicious, I'd have to say. But I do have a confession to tell you guys. When I first moved down here, I was not a big seafood fan, and everyone around me, before you boo, I have to tell you that my coworkers did make me eat crab when I came here, and now I'm a fan, and that shows why crabs are so important here. And that's why we're having the crab drop tonight, Kathy Anderson.
That's so nice.
Oh, I see you, Lindsay Tuckman.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
And I raised you a crab.
Yeah.
Lindsay, you're too young to have crabs. Look, I don't know who these guys are you're running around with.
You know what?
I mean,
keep it nice. Keep it nice.
a nice makeout session.
Lindsay,
kids don't have to go crazy.
Lindsay, how are you liking? You're just starting out as a young reporter. How are you liking it?
You know, I'm loving it. It's really fun down here. I've made a lot of friends since I've started. I've got a lot of practice, and I got to hang out with you a couple weeks ago, actually, so that was pretty cool as well.
Lindsay came to our Christmas party,
But
our
how did
office
she get
Christmas
the
party.
crab story? I mean,
We asked
that
her
has to
because-
be the worst detail.
No, because
why isn't she on a boat with Randy Kay?
Because her dad was going to do it, and he couldn't do it, and we thought it'd be great to have Lindsay do it.
Is he mad at her?
No. And Lindsay, you do anchoring as well.
I do. I fill in a bit. I work on the weekends, and I anchor today, and I'm going to be anchoring tomorrow, so it's pretty cool.
Well, we wish you nothing but the best, and we'll check in with you a little bit later on for the actual crab drop.
We're sorry, Lindsay. This is like a tough story.
No, you're managing a live shot with Kathy Griffin. You're doing great. Lindsay Tuckman, thank you very much. We'll check in a little bit later with you.
Say she goes in like on the weekends and everything. When's the last time you went in on the weekend?
It's been
a while. It's been a while.
I volunteer
It's what
to
you're
work.
building one of your 7 houses.
Ellen? I volunteer to work.
Really, Ellen? Neil Patrick Harris II? Building your 17 houses?
Ellen has lovely taste in
She's
houses.
like a house flipper.
Ryan Seacrest bought one of Ellen's
Isn't
houses.
that typical? I mean, isn't that just so typical?
Why? What's wrong
It
with
just
that?
makes so much sense.
Why?
I think I'm going to call it a coven. I'm going to say they're in a coven with Oprah. Brian Seacrest, Ellen, and Oprah.
A coven, really?
I believe they live in a coven.
Like a witch's
Like
brew?
American
Like
Horror
there's
Story. Like Jessica Lange in American Horror Story.
down in New Orleans,
Yeah,
they have a coven
that's
going
right.
on?
I wouldn't put anything
What kind of
past them.
spells are they
There's
doing?
a trifecta.
You think they're making spells against you, don't you?
I'm glad you confirmed it.
No, I said you think
And
that.
I know Lindsay Tuckman is going to back me up.
In past years, you have said that you believe Oprah's trying to kill you.
Yes.
Which is ridiculous.
It's true, and can
I don't
be proven.
think,
It can
no
be
offense,
proven
but
by
I don't
science.
think she gives you a thought.
She can barely sleep when I make a joke about her. She calls Gail and they cry, and then they go, "Where's Stedman?" And I go, "That's what I
love
said."
Gail, and it was her birthday this year. Well, I mean, not this year, obviously, but it was her birthday just recently.
Wow, you're so smooth tonight. You are like Mr. Smooth. You're like satin. You are so nervous because when I make fun of Oprah, you lose it. You get so freaked out at the mention of Ellen, Oprah, Neil Patrick Harris, and slightly red.
I'm friends with Neil Patrick Harris.
How close?
Yeah.
Are you on the boat? Those two are always on a boat.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not on. Clearly, I'm not on
you
the
didn't
boat.
You got the boat invite.
I didn't get the boat invite.
All right, interesting. because
Never got the boat invite.
I was at a big mafia party with Sidney Poitier.
What?
With Sidney Poitier. I was at a big Beverly Hills mafia party. The point is, I choose not to be on the boat. You're not invited on the boat.
I'm not invited. That's fine.
And that's a metaphor, too. Back to Tony Romo.
Back to, yes. By the way, oh, yeah. Huh.
What?
Yeah, nothing.
I'm sorry, I can't get over that.
Do we have we have the picture of you with Sidney Poitier. Let's take a look.
I referenced it a half hour ago.
How cool is Sidney Poitier?
He's very cool.
That really
That's
is.
his wife. That's Piers Morgan's fingers. And that's Sidney going, "Who are you?" And Piers got offended when he was like Sidney was like very kindly saying, "I'm so sorry, what's your name?" And that sets Piers off.
This is the most airtime this guy has gotten. I mean, you are making
I'm sorry,
his
I don't
year.
mean to. I know. I'm like. I
Oh
just
my
thought it was
God.
a funny photo. It's a funny photo. It accidentally happened.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's go.
Hey, who's the new Surgeon General?
You know, I don't know the name of the new Surgeon General. Actually, I should know that.
It's Vivek Murthy. And
Okay.
who is he replacing?
You know what? I know.
I'm not Chris Matthews. Say it, and I never will be. Let's play hardball.
That's good.
You didn't see that coming at all. You were like, of all the people she's going to reference, why would she ever bring up Chris Matthews? That makes no sense. Because I knew it would get you.
No, it actually does make sense for you.
But it's like a little shank. It's like a little orange is the new black, and I'm Crazy Eyes. I'm your Crazy Eyes.
I met Crazy Eyes.
And she's very nice.
She's beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
Beautiful, fun, nice. I can't even remember where I met her, but she was lovely.
Prison?
No, not prison.
What do you think of Joe and Teresa going away any day now?
I have no comment.
I'm sorry.
Because if you say anything about them...
Convicted felons?
No, those people...
I have comments.
Their folks on Twitter go bananas.
Their folks? They have
Yes,
folks?
They have people on Twitter.
I have the Lobotics trying to kill me, like right now, more than Oprah.
Listen,
Way more than Oprah.
I feel for their family.
Okay, whatever. They're convicted felons. They,
Okay.
do the crimes all the time.
Okay, I'm not...
I get it.
Yeah,
I can't believe you're the apologist for the Guidices or Guinuses. Or however they don't even have to say their own name.
I'm not making any apologies. I just said I feel bad for their kids, frankly.
All right, Effley Bailey. I didn't know you were taking the case on. Wow. Next, we're going to debate Darwinism.
Effley Bailey. Remember when Effley Bailey used to appear on Match Game? Remember he used to appear?
He was like a celebrity lawyer. I miss
Match Game. I miss Match Game because they always seemed like
a little drunk.
Oh, a lot drunk.
Yeah, very drunk.
And that they were having some party. And then Charles Nelson Riley was on, who I loved.
Right.
And Gene Rayburn had the long.
I wonder why. But my point is, did you like Dom DeLuise too? I think you did. Anyway, my point is, you watching Match Game by yourself, home alone, in your mother's Upper East Side apartment, just crying, thinking that they were your real friends, is what really happened. And making your own hot toddy, a Vanderbilt recipe. That's really what I live to see.
It was on at 4:30. I would get home.
You remember the time?
Of course. Actually, it was right before the 4:30 movie, which was a big day in my life.
Of course, the after-school movie.
Yes.
Boy in the Plastic Bubble.
Yeah.
Oh
My God, awesome.
You are the boy in the plastic bubble. I mean, that's what's weird. They didn't know when they wrote that movie there'd be a boy in the plastic bubble, and I'm like this trying to get in. Let me in the bubble. With my mallet. Let me in. Nope.
I was sort of like the boy.
Nope. Trust me. No one's been in the bubble. Like, if you think people have been in the bubble, still rock hard bubble.
Well, let's go to the hardest working woman in journalism this year. She's already reported, as I mentioned, from a extensive. Oh man.
How's your bubble?
She was in Colorado, where we already talked about her getting a little bit of contact high. Anyway, she is joining us from a cruise ship. Randy, what's happening there? Are folks just loopy now?
Yeah, people are pretty loopy, Anderson. I got to tell you, but you guys sound pretty loopy yourselves, having a great time there in Times Square. I am now behind the bar, someplace where it's just been very, very busy. You can see the crowd here. This is Kathleen. You were telling me you have a favorite drink here that a lot of people like to order on New Year's Eve.
We just want to promote our signature cocktail from North Star, which is the rye. It's made with Moet, Patron, raspberry pure, and black pepper.
Very quickly, he's going to make one for us because this is in high demand here. And right after he's done, I have a very special surprise for all of you. Look at that. It is nuts up here, I gotta tell you. We are somewhere, by the way, we are making our way up the eastern seaboard, somewhere in the Caribbean Sea, off the coast of the Bahamas. Oh, and then you had champagne.
And
So this is tequila, champagne. Oh my goodness. Okay, can I take a look at that? Oh wait, and black pepper. All right, let me take a taste. All right, now wait. I gotta make my way. Hold on. I gotta make my way outside the bar. Excuse me. I'm on my way to show you guys something very, very special. If I can just get through here. Excuse me.
Randy, are you okay?
Let me just get Randy.
Where's Randy?
Randy, can you breathe, honey?
Wow, is she being assaulted?
Yes,
I don't know what's happening.
Randy?
Randy, where are you?
I got caught in a mosh pit.
Happy New Year, baby.
Wait, we have a surprise. Look at this.
I get it.
Look at this special cake. We had this cake made for you guys. What do you think?
That's very special.
Wow.
It has,
And tasteful.
do you like that? Does that bring back memories for you? It has
very
36
nice.
eggs, and it's a rum cake. It is a rum cake filled with fruit. We are going to eat it during the next live show. We haven't
insisted on as
decided
many eggs
which
as
one of
possible.
you we're going to eat
And by the way,
first.
that's more eggs than I have right now in my body. I'm just saying, thank goodness. Because I was like, if it's 35 eggs, screw you. I don't care where you are in the Caribbean. 36 are bust. Yep.
Wow, okay. Randy.
Everybody here has decided.
Fun fact.
Randy, we'll check in with you a little bit later on. Well, I think we're good on that.
One of those revelers is going to be a new anchor on CNN. You're going to see just a drunk guy going, that's a CNN.
By the way, when she said 36 eggs, I knew you were going to say something.
But you literally fell on me because it was so random and so bizarre that you didn't even think I would have 36 eggs. But there they are in a cake somehow, magically. By the way, I like how CNN is now turned into like Bar Rescue.
Bar Rescue?
Bar Rescue. It's like the Food Network. You're focusing on cakes and this random confetti. What was your confetti wish? If you don't know this, Anderson earlier in the non-televised portion was with the Cosmo Girls doing a confetti wish.
No, I'll tell you what happens. Here in Times Square, people are here, as you know, for 12 hours or so. So they have entertainment for the crowd from the Times Square Alliance.
Why do you do this though?
Because they asked me to, and it seems like, it seemed like a nice thing to do.
Well, what's a Cosmo Girl? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. That was nothing to do with me.
Is it the magazine? Or
No, so at every hour, they count down every hour. It's not televised, and so at the top of the hour, they asked me to come at the top of the 8 o'clock hour and read like the confetti that dropped. You may not know this at home. The confetti that dropped here at the stroke of midnight, people have written wishes on a lot of it. So it's actually kind of people's wishes dropping. So they had me read a couple of people's wishes.
Were they like positive or were they bummers?
There were two of them. One was like, somebody wanted love for everybody.
Yawn.
Which was nice. The other one was somebody wanted to be a fish. I don't know. I just picked them randomly.
We have a crab. I mean, they went to the perfect person to meet a fish. It's a crustacean. I'm just saying, this is a show where you can meet a fish. And there's some random teenage girl, because Gary Tuckman is on location, and you can actually shake legs with a fish. It's kismet.
It's kismet. Oh, goodness.
Would you rather be
Time
anywhere
is
else? Oh, it is early, and you know it. First of all, I'd like to show a photo of the gift that you got from Kelly Ripa. I hope that this is shame-based for you, but I've asked for the photo because you tweeted it.
Yeah, I did. It's a lovely.
It's a gingerbread house.
It is a beautiful. By the way, Kelly Ripa is she and Mark Consuelos are the greatest gift givers. They are the nicest friends and so generous to all their friends. And they sent this lovely gingerbread house.
Now, okay, I just want to remind you, if you've been watching us from the beginning, Anderson was talking about how his assistant basically breathes for him, puts songs on his iPad, and then the Ripa Consueloses are building gingerbread homes for Anderson.
They built that. Well, I don't know that they built it, but they sent me this
lovely. Did your assistant do it and then say it was from the Ripas?
No, and they're watching. They're watching with their family, and I want to wish them a very happy New Year.
They like a little drinky with you, right? You guys go drinking, right? I've heard stories about you guys drinking.
You're making that
You
up.
guys are right about that.
Did you know that Kathy Griffin has never had a drink in her life?
Do you want me to loosen up?
Is that true?
I've never had a drink in my life.
Not when you were a teen, a troubled teen?
No, I was a troubled teen, for sure.
Were you a troubled teen?
Yes, but no, I did not.
Wow.
I'm Irish Catholic, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think
I
that
don't know
my
them.
relatives have done enough for me. And I say that with love. Hi, Mom.
I didn't hear that.
Tip
Someone
it.
was talking to my ear. So in case you said
It's
something
me.
offensive,
I'm talking your
in
ear.
case you offended a group of people,
My
I
family,
apologize.
I offended my mom.
Okay, then that's fine.
Again.
That's fine.
And she's used to it.
And
She's
if
also
she
watching
is
Fox.
watching us, because
She's
I know
watching Fox.
she's not watching
She's
us.
not watching us.
Just ahead, more from New Orleans, Memphis, Havana, a whole lot of places. We'll be right back. That scene in Hong Kong tonight, a spectacular New Year's.
Oh, they had a great year. Anyway, I love when you don't know what we're coming back to at a commercial.
Right, yeah.
And you're just looking at random footage, you're going to me, like this. like I'm going to go, oh, Anderson, that's actually Hong Kong.
You know, it's funny because
I got this one.
I don't know if you were joining us earlier. We had dinner with Ryan Seacrest, and he was talking about all the meetings they had and like endless.
He kept saying
planning.
He was taking phone calls, which is so rude. He's like, hold on, it's DCP, and we didn't know what that was.
DCP, Dick Clark Productions.
Right.
But he was talking about they were in a table reading. They had
rehearsals.
There's no rehearsals for us.
No.
This is it. So
I'm
we come
surprised
together.
you even talking to me this year. Last year he didn't talk to me.
Let's check in with Memphis. Our Pamela Brown is down there with an Elvis tribute artist, Victor Trevino Jr., alongside Pamela Brown. Pamela?
That's right, Anderson. Delivering on what I promised you all earlier, a very special guest here, because after all, we are in Memphis, home of the blues. We have Victor Trevino here,
Thank you for
an
having me.
Elvis tribute artist, flew in from Chicago here to Memphis to be with us. Thanks for being here. First off, tell us, how did you end up in this role? What inspired you to become an Elvis tribute artist?
Well, I've always loved musical theater, and I've always loved classic Americana, particularly older music. And so I was doing acting and trying to do different things in my early 20s. And so I was waiting tables at one time, and a lady said, have you ever thought about doing the role of Elvis? At first I thought, well, Elvis is really cool, but I never really thought about pursuing it. My hair's super curly, so I bet it wasn't that. But she kind of planted the seed. And then that weekend at a Hard Rock Cafe in Dallas, where I was born and raised, they had a Elvis competition. And
so it wasn't because you're someone who has like an Elvis shrine in your house, and you walk around.
I have so much respect for Elvis, and he was an American icon. However, I'm Victor when I'm off stage.
Okay, all right, cool. And let's just quickly talk about your get up here, Victor.
This is a gold lame jacket that Elvis wore in the late 50s. It was Swarovski crystals.
Not the $10,000 jacket though that Elvis had. All right, so we can't let you go before you do some songs for us. We're going to put you on the spot here, Victor. I know you've been practicing. First up, Hound Dog.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine.
All right, don't be cruel.
Well, you know I can be fine. I sit home all alone. If you can't come around, at least please telephone.
All right,
that's impressive. So,
Pamela Brown,
back
thank
to
you so
Anderson
much,
and
Pamela.
Kathy.
All right.
Thank you.
Wish you the best there. The scene in Memphis, Tennessee.
Who books this show? I mean, let me just say, were you sick that day? Look, this is why you tune in, because you know it's off the cuff. I'm just saying, even I'm standing here where even I have moments where I'm like, seriously? How did that, is there still, and now they're talking about the jacket? So I get it. I'm just saying he's adorable. You know, I'm just, sometimes even I'm like a little shocked. Like I'm a little bit surprised. Like I know how Barbara Walters felt when I went on The View. Like, I get it now.
You think Barbara Walters felt when you were on The View?
Yeah, she would look at me like, what's happening?
Right,
and
yes.
now I get it.
Well, I did have that feeling during that segment.
Did you book him?
No, I didn't know about
I feel like
him.
that's one of your bookings.
No, that's not one of my
that's
bookings.
the
I
one
had
you'd
no
go to the
knowledge
mat
of that.
For. You'd be like, I want this guy, or I want.
I don't care about anything else. I want the
that guy.
Elvis guy.
That's right.
And I want to know his personal history.
All right, can we please?
I don't want to know. I don't want to hear the songs first.
No.
I want the personal
the
history
jackets,
first.
Is the hair curly or straight? I want to know about the product. I get it. That's why this broadcast
I
is
was a
different.
huge Elvis fan as a child. Did you know that?
Do you want to sing Hound Dog?
No, but
I thought so.
I was a big Elvis fan.
Don't write a check you can't sign.
I don't know what that means.
That means if you're going to say you're an Elvis fan, I expect you to sing.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, then, what makes you so great?
All
right, first of all,
I want to show how relatable I am.
Oh, keep trying. Because what made you relatable is, and I had them cue this clip up, because you know I texted you during this entire interview. If you didn't see Anderson Cooper's interview with controversial Clippers former owner Donald Sterling, please take a look at my personal favorite moment.
Oh, great.
Why did he say don't say anything?
He just said, wait, be patient, I'll help you, we'll work it out.
Why do you think he said that?
I think he wanted me to just do nothing so he could buy the team. He thought maybe the whole thing would be resolved in 2 weeks. Well, what has he done? Can you tell me? Big Magic Johnson, what has he done?
Well, he's a business person.
Yeah, that's the moment. I mean, it was hard to find news stories that had a comedic twist. But the look on your face.
I was so surprised that he's attacking Magic Johnson.
Obviously, but really what I know as I was watching at home is I thought, oh God, he's thinking, oh God, if he expects me to know one stat about Magic, like one stat. So then this one goes to like, he's a businessman.
No, I mean, I was so stunned by what he was saying. Yes, I probably should have been a little quicker.
Where's the 5-time NBA champ, 3 times NBA MVP, 12-time NBA All-Star?
Listen, I don't have the research team.
I got this from watching Oprah's Next Chapter Magic. I swear to God. Oprah's Next Chapter. I might make fun of her, but
had I known that he was going to attack Magic Johnson, maybe I would have had
you were so clearly fearful he would ask you one sports.
No.
You should have said Magic Johnson is great because in addition to being.
We don't need to relive this, but I'll tell you, my strategy on this was just to let him talk.
You had the pinwheel eyes.
Talk.
But what about when he said to you, and I quote, Donald Sterling saying to Anderson Cooper, did you ever like a girl and was jealous of her a little bit seeing her with other guys?
Yeah, I know.
The look on your face was priceless.
I know. Yeah, that was one of those moments I was happy there was a cutaway camera because I was like...
What were you thinking?
I was thinking what I was going to say to him was, I can honestly say no.
Correct.
But, right.
And as I was watching...
But then I thought, you know what? I don't want to get in his way. I just let him just continue.
That was a great moment because you truly didn't make yourself a story,
right.
But the rest of the world knew what the story was.
Yes.
Which is that you have never been walking past Saks or Neiman's with a lady friend and thought, oh my goodness, get her to go to bed with me, I will buy her that ball gown.
That is
But he asked you that in a very earnest way, like when you're with a young lady who's attractive.
Yes.
Over and over.
I know. We got a lot more ahead. The party is just getting started. We're coming up on 11 o'clock here. The anticipation is building, certainly growing here in Times Square.
There's a million people.
Just over an hour until we ring in 2015. Looking once again tonight at the aerial shot from the top of the Marriott Marquis in Times Square. What guests do we have coming up? What band?
We have One Direction, Taylor Swift.
No, we don't. We don't have any of those.
Patti LaBelle and LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle, Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin is going to be here again
sadly,
every
we don't
year.
have him either.
And the entire cast of Homeland.
We want to thank the folks in the hotel who made that possible. Also, Key West, Easton, Maryland, the Bahamas, Cuba, around the world, around the United States.
We
a lot
might
more ahead.
have a Carl Perkins impersonator in Duluth. If you can get him.
Duluth. Have you played Duluth?
Of course I have. I've played everywhere. CathyGriffin.com for tickets.
All right, we'll be right back. Hey, welcome to Times Square, New York City, 1 hour away from the stroke of midnight. I'm Anderson Cooper here with Kathy Griffin. For perhaps as many as 1 million people make up a virtual city down there. We want to welcome you here to Times Square.
Isn't there like a virtual city in your head, though?
This is the final.
I wouldn't say you're the most real person.
I
Would
think
you say everything about
I
you
am.
is sort of virtual?
No, I think I'm quite real.
Because I saw your 60 Minutes piece on mindfulness.
Yes.
And you were wearing a cap that had electrodes that gave you your thoughts.
It did, basically.
I mean,
1 hour until the stroke of midnight in 2015 is here, and wherever you are watching us, we appreciate you joining us. We hope you are having a good night. We're about to bring you some of the iconic moments, the singing of John Lennon's Imagine, all the things happen, performed this year by OAR, the ball drop, New York.
Don't tick them off.
No,
I know the last group. He didn't know the last group we had.
I didn't know. No, I didn't.
We got an angry tweet from
No, I didn't know the name of the last group.
American Authors.
Yes, but I knew their song, and I liked their song, and I thought they did a very nice job.
They're not having your crap
Apparently,
tonight.
they're not.
They
That's
are
okay. Wolf Blitzer could always stop by wearing nothing but glitter body paint.
Again.
I saw somebody I thought was Blitzer running through the crowd.
He's somewhere. Now, tell me why are you tweeting Boy George and what's going on?
Boy George sent me a tweet.
But then I got
I've never met him.
All right. At Anderson Cooper. Hey, has anyone else seen Today the Musical? It's amazing. Boy George, not yet. I have, however, seen that you are not following me. So Boy George is mad you're not following.
So then I started following him.
And then you write, done. And then I wrote something like, I'll comment on this on New Year's Eve, which I am. Then have a wonderful 2015, which is code. I assume
no, it's not.
Some sort of code. And then here's my favorite. I love when you try to be cool. This is my favorite. So then this one tweets to Boy George, thanks, you too. I hope to hear you DJ in 2015. What is with you trying to keep up with the kids and the DJs?
A friend of mine heard him DJ in London and said he was really good.
You made that up.
No, I didn't. A friend of mine named Darren, who co-owns a bar downtown.
Stop plugging bars. You're like an alcoholic. First of all, what's with you and like the DJ scene?
I don't know. I'm not part of the DJ scene.
Name 3 DJs. Name 3.
Diplo?
Yes.
Ofer
Good.
Nissen. I don't know, Junior
Calvin
Vasquez.
Harris. All right, fine.
So there you go.
All right, fine. I didn't know you were such a DJ.
All right. Welcome. So yeah, we're having fun here.
I just think there's something odd about you and Boy George spending the night DJing. I think that's
anyway.
unexpected.
It's unexpected. I've never met the guy. I wish him,
Well, maybe you can spin together since you're a big spin master. You and Calvin Harris.
I heard he was a DJ, and I heard he does very well with it.
You and Skrillex.
See, I don't understand the electronic dance music. It's a little too fast and jarring for me.
What do you like, a nice hot toddy and a quilt? Do you like some swing music? Or maybe the Lennon sisters? They could harmonize. They were fantastic.
A hot toddy and a quilt.
What is a hot toddy?
I don't know. It's some
you
sort
would
of.
so know what a
It's
hot
like
toddy
some
is.
sort of old-fashioned alcoholic drink, but it was hot.
I assume.
Yeah, I
Was
don't
it
know.
filled with toddy?
I don't know.
Is that a new DJ?
I will tell you, that once as a kid, I went to my cousin's house, and never mind.
I love that look. Tell me, because in mid-sentence he was like, I shouldn't tell
Yeah,
her.
I'm not
Of
gonna
all
tell-
people. So you went to your cousin's house. What happened?
Nothing. Never mind.
Sounds like
Let's
something
go check in
happened.
with Michaela Pereira. She is down in the crowd here in
What
Times
happened
Square.
at your cousin's house? What happened at your cousin's house?
Michaela, how are things down in Times Square?
It's actually kind of really cool. It's been interesting to watch how the whole energy is changing. There's balls and balloons. Can you not hear me? You can't hear me. Why can't you hear me? I can hear me. Oh, you
I'm
can
sorry.
hear me now.
Go ahead. Now I can finally hear you.
Michaela, what happened at his cousin's house?
I think he had a little earwax in his ears. No, I'm just saying that it's really interesting to watch how the energy is changing and building. They've had some great live music up here on the stage. Everybody's dancing. They've got balloons. They've got balls. They've been kind of like, in a state of I'm freezing. When is the party starting? And now, as we're getting closer and closer to midnight, you hear that? They're having a great time. Come over and meet some more friends of mine. Where did you guys travel from?
We flew in from San Diego this morning at 5 a.m.
So San Diego, I heard it was like 75 degrees there today.
It was a little colder than that, but it's nothing like out here, that's for sure.
Are you regretting your decision? Are you really happy to be here?
We're stoked to be here.
First
Absolutely.
time?
My first time in New York. Yeah.
And you know the ball, you're really in a good proximity, right?
Yes, I do.
But let's be honest, you thought it was going to be bigger. Didn't you? You thought it was going to be bigger. We're not sizes.
It's not the
but
size
we
that
thought it was
matters
going to be
here.
bigger. But we thought it was going to be a little bigger. Okay, New Year's resolutions or no? You don't believe in them?
I haven't made one yet.
Girl, you better start thinking about that. No pressure. I'm going to come back to you. How are you guys doing? Where are you visiting from?
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, how are we doing?
Indonesia.
When did you get here? Are you studying here?
We've been here, yeah. We got here at 1 p.m.
At
today.
1 p.m.
Yeah.
Are you tired? You're cold, I know. It's not this cold at home, is it? Wave at the camera, say hi to Mom and Dad and everybody coming down here. Hi, guys. Hello, Happy New Year. Where are you from? Where are you from?
From Houston.
Houston? Come on, Texas. What's going on, girl? Let's see your face. You can't even. When's the last time you got to go to the bathroom? Because you can't anywhere around here, is it?
Probably 11:30.
11:30. This is what I'm talking about, people. Dedication. All right, we got Taylor Swift coming up. We've got all this other entertainment. My favorite Florida Georgia line. They're coming up. I love me some country music.
Yes,
I'll send it back
Taylor
to you
Swift
guys.
is coming up. Thank you.
Sadly,
I'm excited,
we do
Kathy.
not.
We do understand.
Yes, and it is exciting, and I mean it really is extraordinary.
Excited.
I grew up in New York City. I had never been here until I started working here.
First of all, Michaela's wasted. I'm just going to say it right. I'm going to call it Michaela's wasted. A
No,
little bit.
no, there's no alcohol in Times Square. It's.
But why was the girl from San Diego arguing with her? She's like, it's warmer there. And the girl, it's like, it's not really that warm in San Diego. You know, just say hi. Okay, you're from San Diego. And Michaela's like, no, it sounds kind of warm. She's like, it's 75-ish.
I heard there's we're not encouraging drinking, but I heard there's a drinking game that
the Dallas Morning News
Okay.
came up with a drinking game for us, and it says if you're lightweight, watch something PG like NBC's New Year's Eve with Carson Daly. To go a little harder, choose raunchier hosts like Kathy Griffin and watch her taunt Anderson Cooper on CNN.
Yes, well, it's been about 2 hours of taunting thus far. Only another hour and a half.
Game night.
Game night.
Game night.
Yeah. Quick reminder, if you want to join the conversation on Twitter, on Instagram.
And really tweet your real feelings to Anderson. He can take it. He's got what's called a thick skin.
Tweet us using hashtag CNNNYE. You don't think I have a thick skin?
No.
I do not have a
But
thick
I think
skin.
you read every tweet. And then...
we've got a scene. Let's take a look at the scene down in Key West, Florida, where traditionally we have gone down to Key West. Our John Zarella, who is no longer with CNN, he was there for us last year. Sushi, the drag queen, is in this giant red, what do you call that, a pump?
That would be a pump, yes.
Okay, a pump.
ladies' pump.
A ladies' pump. And at the stroke of midnight, Sushi is lowered. This is the tradition in Key West. Thousands of people, tens of thousands of people go there. Families are there.
It's not an easy gig.
It is not an easy gig. There was 1 year where there was a malfunction.
There was a gaffe.
And the shoe stopped. And I remember Sushi ended up like crawling on the roof. I was afraid she was going to fall off.
Right. It turned into one of your confetti wishes when somebody wanted me to fish. We actually have someone named Sushi.
But look how many people have turned out there. It is packed. It is packed.
Yes.
So that is obviously the tradition there. We're obviously going to show you the ball drop here at the stroke of midnight, and then stick around afterward. We'll show you all the other scenes that are occurring, like
and then we're going to have Lil Jon sing "Turn Down for What" with DJ Snake coming up. Turn down for what?
He's not joining us.
Oh.
No, we don't have.
I heard that was your favorite song.
Yes.
What do you think "Turn Down for What" means?
I don't know.
Just interpret it.
I don't know.
You went to Dalton.
Some of the volume's too loud.
You're #urban. #urban. Turn down for what?
I'm keeping it real.
Yes, that's what you're known for.
It real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's me, man.
Fine.
Keeping
I hope
it real.
Lil Jon tweets you.
I would enjoy a tweet from Mr.
It's a
Jon.
great, fantastic song. I forgot you were into the electronic scene. You, Skrillex, and...
I'm telling you, this is Taylor Swift's year. I'm all about.
Who beat majority house
that
leader
bass.
Eric Cantor?
Although I do like a little bit of treble, I will say.
Wait, are you actually quoting the song?
I'm referring to the song.
You
yes.
are referring to the song.
No treble is the song, but I'm saying I like a little bit of treble.
What do you think about the rivalry between Iggy Azalea and Azalea Banks?
Don't know. I don't know.
I think you do. I think you have some thoughts.
I
and you're
don't.
afraid to
I have
go
no
there.
thoughts. No.
Because it's a little controversial. I'm not going to lie.
No, I don't know.
But it's about Iggy Azalea.
What else you got on your cards there?
I wanted to know if you. I had a question.
Okay.
Who beat House Majority Leader Eric Cantor in his GOP primary?
I don't know. Can't remember.
You know
the
who would know? Chris Matthews.
Yes,
totally
you're right.
know.
Yes. Where do you think he is tonight?
With the wife drinking? No, he actually talks about how he doesn't drink anymore. I watch the show every day. I watch this show every day. Right. What the heck was I thinking? It's David Bratt.
Okay. Chris Matthews is a very nice guy, and yeah, I've met him.
He was a former Capitol Hill police officer.
Was he really?
I read his book.
He was.
Did you write a book?
I did write a book, number one New York Times bestseller.
Mine was number one New York Times bestseller.
Really?
It was called Kathy Griffin Official Book Club Selection.
Yeah. I was on Oprah. I had an hour on Oprah about my book.
I passed. How much does a stamp cost? Yep. That's why you're watching.
When was the last time you sent a letter? When was the last time you sent a letter?
Answer the question, Congressman. How much is the cost of a postage stamp?
Do you know how much I love you?
And there's even one called a forever postage
And by love
stamp.
you, I mean I hate your guts.
Let's go to quart of milk. How much is a quart of milk? I could do this all night long.
We got a lot of...
Please tweet Anderson Cooper. Hashtag game night. Please tweet us what you think Anderson thinks a stamp costs. Because I'm going to go with $500. I believe he thinks a stamp is $500 and a quart of milk is $1,000. And that's why he doesn't drink that much. It's so expensive at $1,000 a quart. That's what his assistant tells him while loading Madonna onto his iPod when he really just wants Lord. Please make that a poll. I know CNN, you want to do cute polls.
Please.
But it's the real one. Please what?
Please
make it stop?
Yes, please make it stop.
Are you doing namaste? Like, are you doing like a yoga moment?
I'm all about namaste. Yes.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you? So after
you were going to just take a side in the Gwyneth Paltrow Martha Stewart Twitter feud.
I don't know anything about that. At 12:30, we're going off the air, but our coverage continues.
Why?
Don Lemon and Brooke Baldwin.
I'll do this till like 5. Tweet if you want to stay on till 5 a.m.
We're going to take a quick break.
This
We'll
guy.
be right back from Times
The new
Square.
guy. This is CNN.
Anderson, Kathy, what better way to spend New Year's Eve than on a beach? Welcome to Dubai. We are here on the city's Palm Island where people are gathering to watch one of the most extravagant firework displays anywhere in the world. And that's it, 100,000 fireworks exploding before your very eyes. The party's just started. I'm gonna head down. It's a Happy New Year from the Middle East, a happy 2015. AC, KG, see you in the UAE.
That's the festivities tonight in Dubai. And by the way,
hold on. Well, let me just ask you.
Let me just say,
what hurts the most?
What hurts the most was the quart of milk, and the reason is because I said
because of your mommy issues.
No,
because of the mommy issues.
During the break,
so obvious.
I said, "Oh, what? $1.45?" It turns out it's $1.41.
He has no clue what a quart of milk costs. He doesn't know what a postage stamp costs. He didn't know that mail still exists.
49 cents.
Or letters. And you should have seen him in the commercial break. I swear he welled up. And I don't mean like laugh crying. I mean it was a moment where I was like, "Are you okay?" And I said in a quiet, intimate moment, "What was it?" And he went, "The milk." And I said, "Of course."
And then I said, "How much did I say?" I said $1.45.
But you had a fit in front of the crew people. Like a fit. He had like a fit. Like when you hear about celebrities having fits, that's what it was.
No.
And he's randomly going up to the people from Telemundo saying, you know, "Donde esta a quart of milk?" or whatever Spanglish he can speak. And then he had like a second fit when he was 2 cents off. Because, by the way, it may vary. Newsflash, like Whole Foods might be different than Ralph's. 3 pennies. I don't know. But okay, Anderson, here's your big moment. Anderson Cooper, how much is a quart of milk?
Well, I have now subsequently learned it's $1.41. I thought it was $1.45, but it's $1.41.
You had no idea.
Anyway, we're not going to argue about this. We're done.
But, no, because it hurt. I felt the hurt on your face.
Yes, it hurt.
Yeah.
It is 11:18. We are counting down to the New Year's.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, how did you spend New Year's Eve?
I used to watch shows like this. I'm not even kidding. I wanted to watch the show that was a little bit off the beaten track.
Right.
Like if there was a local broadcast, I was all about that.
Were you? Because I always watched. I didn't like. There was something scary about New Year's Eve when I was a kid.
Well, it was a good time to stay home.
Yes. But you know,
Did you watch marathons like Three Stooges?
But I thought it was really sweet at the in Eastern Maryland where they had the crab drop.
Oh boy.
I like the fact that they did. No, we're not coming back there right now.
All right.
But I like the fact that they did a crab drop at 9.
Yeah.
So that little kids who were there could feel like they saw, you know,
a crab drop.
Well, yes, and that they saw the New Year.
And they say,
because when I was a kid, that was
what are crabs like? I mean, every year you guys do this to me. I mean, how is that possibly? He doesn't know how much a quart of milk is.
For those who are just joining us, by the way, you were wearing Joan Rivers' coat. I just want to explain why you were decked out like this.
You're so trying to get me in trouble, like I care.
No,
so
I'm trying to protect you.
All right, thank you. I'm wearing an actual Joan Rivers coat designed for her by Dennis Basso. It is real fur.
Which is what surprised me and kind of, I will say, shocked me because I don't know anyone who actually.
As I am going to, fill the role of the comedic, fearless Cher throne holder at Fashion Police in her honor, I reached out to Melissa and she said you can wear the coat.
I think it's cool you're wearing. I don't think you should wear real fur though. I'm just saying it.
I completely agree. This is it.
Okay, this is it.
This is it.
All right.
I'm going to wear just quarts of milk. Heated quarts of milk.
Quarts of milk.
Yeah.
Listen, 40 minutes now to midnight.
What? You want to talk about Chaser? I'm trying to clean up Anderson's image a little bit because he's been a little offensive tonight, as always. And he did a 60 Minutes piece about Chaser, a dog that was smarter than he was. How did that feel?
It was a piece about dog intelligence and
Yes.
what scientists now know
I
about.
believe you admitted the dog is smarter than you are.
No, Chaser is like the smartest dog, considered the smartest dog in the world.
Okay, please leave that up there for 1 second. Do you see the resemblance?
A little bit.
Because being a hollow shell of a person, Anderson is what's called a chameleon. When he is confused and doesn't know who he is or what to do, he actually will become, it could be even a photo of a dog. And you can see, he just gets so frightened to be who he is. He looks at a photo and says, I'll be that guy. And you can see he and Chaser actually look alike now. Congratulations.
You're saying like a mutant of the X-Men, that's my power?
You're like a transformer. Yes, exactly. Anything to be yourself. And read those angry tweets later. Keep them coming. Oh, and there you are.
Yes. With David Hare, a professor.
But why is the dog getting to the cup faster than you are?
I'm not supposed to get to
You're
the cup.
obviously in like a cup race and the dog is winning.
Anyway.
I'm just saying it humanizes you.
That's
what I do.
Do you want to go back to Eastern Maryland, the crab drop?
I want to talk about crabs all night. But I like how you always act like it's this shocking innuendo when you guys are doing like 7 crab segments. So crab it up, baby.
This is our second crab segment. Let's check on Lindsay Tuckman, who's the daughter of Gary Tuckman, our correspondent.
Yes.
Lindsay's young reporter, starting out there, and she's in Easton, Maryland, where a giant crustacean is getting ready for its close-up. Lindsay, you got a lot of friends with you right now.
Yeah, when I talked to you guys earlier, there was not a lot of people behind me, but as you can see, the small town of Easton is starting to get really crowded. They're keeping me warm though, so it's not too bad. But we're not just sitting around waiting for the giant crustacean, like you said, to drop behind me. I can't see, I'm a little too short, but over there is a fire dancer, juggler, and he's been entertaining us all night, keeping us warm, and everyone's been enjoying it. And we're just getting ready for this mechanical crab to drop. Like you said earlier, there was a drop at 9 p.m. for the little ones, but as you can see, there are still some little guys here who are all very excited for New Year's to come, and I'm excited too to see what happens when the crab drops. Back to you guys.
All right, Lindsay, we'll check back in with you after the crab drop. Crab fishing, obviously a big part of the local economy there. It's nice to see all those kids out there having fun.
I mean, seriously, in the middle of a crab bit, you're actually going to show children? You're going to throw me under the bus? You're going to play the kid card from the bottom of the deck? And what dirt does Lindsay have on you that she's doing 7 segments now, surrounding herself like Angelina Jolie with like children that are adorable, and then you throw to me like, what do you think of crabs, Kathy? And here's a picture of some children.
No, I'm not asking for your
That
comment.
was planned. That was planned
No.
for 11 months.
It is. It's 11:23. We're gonna have limited commercial breaks now from now to the new year because we don't want
Right.
folks to miss a single moment.
And also we have Nick Jonas coming up to sing his hit "Jealous."
Do you remember the year? There was one year we were together a couple years ago. The Jonas Brothers performed.
Yes.
This must have been I don't know 4 years ago or something.
Right.
You threw things at them. Do you remember that?
I celebrated them in a way that was physical.
And Nick Jonas, who was in
Shirtless, looking hot in a picture.
He was in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, which I did a voiceover for.
Yes.
So I met him. Anyway,
Way to slip that in.
He did.
And where'd you go to college?
He did CNN.
Yale. He went to Yale.
He did CNN Heroes this year,
As
and he
did
was there.
I.
As did
Hello.
you, yes. And he was very nice. He hugged me backstage. He gave me a little bro hug.
It was a real moment.
I got a little flustered, I will admit.
Like your moment with Taylor Lautner.
My what?
Your moment with Taylor Lautner.
I don't know what you're talking
It exists
about.
only in your head.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I like how when the Jonas Brothers were the Jonas Brothers, you didn't care. But now that Nick Jonas is hot, you're like, oh, he's really great. He was in a play and everything. What about Joe? Don't you have any feelings about Joe? Like, what did he ever do to you? And then the other
He has a
one-
reality show, and he's married.
No, that's the other. That's the
I don't
other
know.
one.
That's
the
I don't
third
watch.
Jonas.
I'm busy. I
You're
work
not,
a lot.
Are you not watching True Story? America,
I'd
you're
seen
not watching
bits of
True Story.
I saw Tori on Oz recently. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. More from New York, New Orleans, and all around the world who's ringing the new year. We'll be right back. That is Sushi in Key West, Florida, where they're getting it to drop sushi in the shoe. We've always checked in with sushi
Hopefully
over the years.
cables are nice and strong.
I hope everything is okay, but
Yeah.
they've got a huge crowd there, a lot of families going to that. It's a big traditional event.
There's a lot of things that happen tonight that people don't know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and just trust me.
You're going to what?
I'm going to ask you to close your eyes
Uh-huh.
and just trust me.
Why would I do
If
that?
you're watching at home, this would be the time when you want to stop the party for a second. Because I like to have fun with you and show your fun side. So I'll tell you when to open your eyes. Just lean your head down a little bit, close your eyes, and then we're going to have a little bit of fun, shall we? Do it.
Really?
Yeah. Do it. Okay.
Close.
Hold on. Don't open your eyes.
Somebody warned me if something bad is happening.
They'll warn you. They'll warn you. All right. It's going to take less than 10 seconds, Anderson. All right. Just trust me. This is temporary, and it shows how fantastic you are. All right. Open.
Whoa, you gotta be kidding me.
Yes.
Oh my God, what have you done?
I dyed your hair. I dyed your hair red and blue. And I decided if you argue, it means you don't love America. I had it all planned. This is it. Every year I try to think of something. I dyed his hair red, white, and blue.
How am I gonna get this out?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I didn't think about it. I don't know. I guess you wash it. I don't know. It's on my hands too.
This is crazy.
I know.
So for the rest of the show, we got an hour more on TV.
For the rest of the month. I mean, I hope you're not doing the news tomorrow. No.
I don't even know what to do.
Well, I don't either, because I think when they say permanent dye, I'll just do your hair. I won't do your face.
No.
You don't want to make it like more
No, I think
symmetrical?
we're fine.
It looks a little bit like you were in a bar fight.
Wow.
You're the most patriotic person here.
Yes.
I dyed your hair.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Wow. I'm not sure which side is better.
I'm busy posing. Take a look, America.
All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Why?
I'm going to try to figure out how to get this out of my hair.
Your hair's dyed red and blue. Red, white, and blue.
We'll be right
Silver
back.
Fox loves America.
I can't believe I closed my eyes and nobody warned me. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, crew. Appreciate it. Control room. And welcome back. We're here in Times Square. Anderson Cooper here with Kathy Griffin.
Did it!
I've spent the last 2 or 3 minutes during the commercial break trying to
dyed his hair.
Trying to get the dye out of my hair. Oh, that's looking great.
Yeah. It's half pink, half purple.
Look at this. I mean, what the...
You're very downtown, very edgy, very downtown. And you know what? You might want to redo that cover. You know, now that you've actually got a real stylish hairstyle.
I don't know if I'm making. I think I'm making it worse.
I know you're making it absolutely worse, which is funny because I put a red stripe and a blue stripe, and then now it's like half pink, and then it's going to the top of your head, and the blue is like a baby blue. You look like a nursery. You're like a nursery at Bloomingdale's now. Oh, this is fantastic.
Okay.
Now, where are you going to go after this?
I'm going home, and I'm going to try to wash this out of my hair.
It's not going to come out tonight.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And you know what? If you're a hair person, please tweet Anderson some solutions because he's really going to need them.
I'm going to go to Isaac, my barber, tomorrow.
Oh, now it's Isaac's problem?
Isaac.
What does he get? What's his reaction?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because let's face it, this is your fortune.
I know. This is it. This is the moneymaker.
That's right.
That's all there is. Let's check in with Michaela Pereira and Richard Quest, who are down in the crowd. Folks getting excited?
Yeah, Richard is. I was kind of thinking I was going to have to show him the way around Times Square and how we do things here in America. But clearly, I'm not the one that needs to be helping him at all. Richard Quest, you're the best person to party with in Times Square, let me just tell you. He's sober, and this is him on his own natural energy. This is the part that's really exquisite.
Where are
He's
you
made
from?
friends in the crowd, too. Where have you met, Richard?
South Korea.
How are you doing?
Fine.
All right, how are you doing?
Fun.
Where are you visiting from?
South Korea.
South Korea.
Come over this
Come
way.
on over here. Okay, so he's still dancing. These folks have traveled. We were having a contest. Don't let them see. We've got Germany.
Yes. Very good. Yeah, very good.
Florida, which is very, very far away. We've got people from Italy.
This is Italy.
Mamma mia! Ma che cazzo vuole? Mamma mia!
So, yeah, you know, if this is kind of happening, the crowds are getting a lot, I don't know, more...
The atmosphere is building. The tension's getting
That's
greater.
What's happening. Look behind us. They kind of let the barriers down, and people are, like, crowding up so they can get right
cold.
by the bone.
Body warmth is called for.
That is right. It is 11:38. Yeah, I decided I'd put on this hat.
Why is that?
Well, because my head is, if you're just joining us, Kathy has dyed my hair.
I dyed his hair live on the air.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's
so
red, white, and blue.
It is red, white, and blue.
Get
So
it?
it's very patriotic,
Yeah.
which I appreciate. And yes, we are counting down. It's
Are you look like an extra from Das Boot.
like what?
You look like an extra from Das Boot.
Das Boot. Wow,
Yeah,
you're going back to like
Das Boot reference.
mid 80s
You heard me.
German
Yeah,
cinema.
that's right. Yeah.
Yes. Wow, it's a very good film. Today we're doing something we have never done before, and that is saying something.
Yeah, we dyed your hair live on the air.
For the first time, we are bringing you New Year's in Cuba. Patrick
Boy,
Oppmann.
here we go.
Patrick
this guy
Oppmann
always brings me down.
He's at the Tropicana nightclub in Havana. It is almost midnight there. How are they going to celebrate, Patrick, at midnight?
Oh, you know, everyone's going to get up and dance with the performers here that have put on an amazing show. And you can imagine everyone is going to get out of their seats. The conga beats, the salsa rhythms. You know, there are very few things in Cuba that are outside of politics, but perhaps Cuban music, Cuban culture are those things. A lot of people in the audience here tonight taking in this, frankly, incredible show. But you don't see a lot of Americans, at least not yet. Of course, recently, both countries have announced they intend to normalize relations. That means 2015 could bring a lot of changes to Cuba. You could have an American embassy in Cuba. You could have more Americans in Cuba, and they'll be taking in amazing shows just like this one. Anderson, Kathy.
All right, Patrick. Looks like a lot of fun there. And yeah, how you doing?
I'm looking at Taylor Swift. I'm going to be honest.
Taylor Swift is
I'm
in
going
Times
to go with
Square.
lip syncing. I'm going to go with lip syncing.
You think?
I think, yeah.
I don't know.
She's
You know,
gonna say
I
it's
don't care.
cold.
She's so talented. I like her. This was her year.
What?
2014 was all about her.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Now that you have multicolored hair, I don't even know who you are anymore.
I know. Look, you know.
What? Do you want to shake it off?
Yes.
But you can't, because it's hair dye. You can't shake it off.
The player's going to play, and the hater's going to hate.
I'm not a hater. I'm a player. And I played.
Let's check in with Randy Kay, who's on that cruise ship, going nowhere in the Bahamas, in the Caribbean. Randy, how are things there?
Things are going very well, Anderson. Thank you for asking. We are getting very close to midnight. We're somewhere still off the coast of the Bahamas. This is Jimmy Rhodes. He is the cruise director here. And listen, you used to be a dancer on this ship, and you worked your way up to cruise director.
Yes, I did. I started in the company 14 years ago as a Royal Caribbean dancer and worked my way up to the newest and most innovative cruise ship in the world, the Quantum of the Seas.
This is the first time you have had New Year's Eve on the cruise ship.
On this cruise ship, yes. We have over 2,000 guests right now on the pool deck. Parties all around the ship.
Listen, last time I talked to Anderson and Kathy, we showed them this cake. So here it is, once again, the cake. And Jimmy, we said that we were going to decide who to eat first, Anderson or Kathy. So I'm going to give you the pleasure of deciding, and you get to...
Awesome. I get to cut Miss Kathy. All right, here we go, guys. One slice right there for Miss Kathy Griffith, everybody. Put some clothes on. That's all I'm going to say is put some clothes on.
Well, there you go. As we cut it to Kathy,
that's
let's make the toast.
Put some clothes on. God knows how many times I've said that to you, Kathy Griffith.
Totally team this guy.
I'm with. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year to you too, as well. We're going to bring you the stroke of midnight from that cruise ship as well as from Times Square. Do we need to get a break in, guys? Control room, talk to me because I've been trying to. Okay, we're going to get a quick break in, and then we want to be live all the way through
to the
midnight hour. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to New York Times Square. We are just minutes away from the stroke of midnight. It is 11:44 here on the East Coast. You can feel the anticipation building here in Times Square. I'm Anderson Cooper. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm here with Kathy Griffin.
It is.
If you're just joining us, the reason I'm wearing this hat is because Kathy has dyed my hair red, white, or red and blue. I don't know.
The white part was there. Thank you.
I've been trying to get it off, but it doesn't seem to be working.
No.
It's not coming off.
So it's hat time.
So I'm just going to...
And after the hat comes the mood swings.
So, yeah. So that's why...
What's the matter? You can't shake it off?
Yes.
Like your idol, Taylor Swift, shake it off, shake it off?
Uh-huh.
That's all you're talking about yesterday.
I like Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's her year. Taylor Swift, she's faced so much adversity. I don't know how she gets through a day. I really don't. She's had an uphill struggle. She's like a millionaire at 15.
So what? She works really hard. I like that.
Clearly.
She works hard. She writes those songs. She's very talented.
If that's your story.
That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I'm on record as being a fan.
What do you think about Kylie and Tyga?
I don't know.
Kylie Jenner? Aren't you worried about her and Tyga?
I don't know who
they say
are.
He's trouble.
I don't know.
Kylie Jenner of the Kardashians.
No, I know. I'm familiar with the name. I don't know who they are.
You have no feelings about Kylie and Tyga?
I don't know who Tyga is.
What about Bieber and Gomez? Where are you on that?
I support them both.
Okay, you have no feelings?
I don't have an opinion about Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber.
You're doing too much shaking it off. Shake it back on. Shake it back on. Shake it back on.
Player's going to play. He's
going to hate, but shake it back on for a little bit. Shake it off.
Uh-huh.
All right, fine.
That's what I do when I drive in my car.
Okay, I would love to see what did you find the next time you drive yourself? Okay?
I drive every weekend.
You're like Chauncey. Put on Shake It Off again.
Chauncey.
What do you feel about Jennifer Lawrence and Chase Crawford? That one's heating up.
Jennifer Lawrence, the actress?
Yeah.
Chase Crawford, I don't. He was on one of those.
And they've been going together for like 6 months.
I didn't know that.
I made that one up. They're not going out.
They're not.
No,
Okay.
I thought you cared about this stuff.
I don't know. No, I don't know this stuff.
All right. So are we going to talk about True Tory or not?
You're a big fan of the show.
I'm
True
riveted.
Tory.
I find it riveting. I feel it's an actual accidental reality show.
Really?
Yes.
How would you, if you were not here tonight, how would you be spending this New Year?
I'd be at Tori Spelling's house trying to calm her down. Because that dean would have been up to no good. And ladies, you know what I'm talking about. I don't trust him far as I could throw him. And Tori's, thin. and she wants to get her boobs changed because she's had the same. She talks about it in the show. She needs a change because they're it's a health hazard.
So
and she's got four kids.
We want to let you know what's going to happen right before midnight, the stroke of midnight here in Times Square.
That was Taylor Swift throwing things at you, which is inappropriate.
There's confetti in the air here.
Taylor, stop it.
OAR is going to be playing John Lennon's Imagine. We're going to bring that to you, obviously. That's before midnight. Then they're going to stop. It'll be about a minute before the actual
cut it out.
Before the stroke of midnight.
Taylor Swift keeps flipping him off, and I don't even get it. It's like, I thought you guys were cool.
I've never met her.
Taylor, put down your middle finger. That is not appropriate. A young woman and a role model. Can you imagine?
How's it going? I'm waving to the Univision guys.
Oh, I thought you were trying to stop a fight between me and Taylor Swift.
Yes.
By the way, if Demi Lovato shows up, I gotta go. You know what I'm talking about.
That's all right. So yeah, OAR. I'm looking forward to OAR playing John Lennon's Imagine and the Stroke of Midnight. We're going to bring that to you live.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk during that. It kills Kathy.
Oh, I hate it.
She hates it, but I like to just experience the moment. I like you at home to be able to experience the moment as well.
He wants you to shake it back on.
No, without us yapping over. Because I just think it's such an amazing scene at the Stroke of Midnight.
I know, but you don't think it's the right time to talk about the episode of True Story where Tatum
I don't think anyone really wants to hear about True
inexplicably,
Story.
And you're like, wow, Tatum O'Neal is here with Candy. I didn't know that Tori and Candy were talking again. And I was like, let's see how it goes. And then Tori goes up to her room, and she's obviously a nervous wreck.
Does anyone know what she's talking about?
Tatum O'Neal seems almost critical. And it's as if she doesn't know the spellings that well. And you know Dean, he gets so flustered. Next thing you know, it's, I want to go to Canada. I want to go to Canada.
So, okay. So what else? Anything else?
I don't know what top step, but obviously you have thoughts about Kate Hudson possibly dating Derek Huff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know who Kate Hudson is?
I know Kate Hudson is.
Right.
I like Kate Hudson a lot. Incredibly talented.
Yes.
And beautiful. And I love her mom.
I love Goldie. I hosted an event for Goldie.
Did you?
Recently, yes, called Mind Up for her children's organization.
Oh, right. She does the whole thing with the mind and the brain. Yes. No, she's great.
I got to meet Goldie Hawn, who's like a unicorn. She never goes anywhere. It's very exciting.
I met her once. I was very excited when I met her.
Like some celebrities are more exciting than others.
Who's your favorite celebrity to hang out with?
Of course, Cher.
Cher.
Who texted both of us 2 days ago.
Yes,
and she likes the emojis.
She's starting to do emojis?
She does a lot of emojis. Yeah, she did. She calls you her darling boy.
Yes.
And she did like the lips emoji, and she'll do a rose.
Because when I was growing up, my mom, we would always watch the Sonny and Cher show when I was little, and my mom used to say that Cher was her fantasy daughter. So I sort of grew up thinking maybe Cher was my sister. I found it very confusing.
I get it.
It's very confusing.
Well, Cher and I have discussed it, and she's just going to let it pass. So you can think that she's your sister all you want.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Emoji. What emojis do you use?
You know what? I get confused by all the emojis. Like,
you don't use the confused monkey? Like,
right. There's a lot of ones that confuse you. Ones that look like a slice of pizza or a cake. I don't know what that is.
Pizza with legs on fire? I don't know what that means. I hope someone makes an emoji of his head, though, with the red and the blue. That's going to be awesome. With the sad face, because it's going to take 2 years to get out.
Yeah.
How long does it take
By
to
the
grow
way,
your hair?
as you know, it's killing me to wear this hat.
Oh, it is. I know everything that's killing you. That's the best part. It's the hair dye, it's the hat, it's the fortune, it's knowing that you don't know when it will come out. All of it is killing you.
You're right.
And you thought Tori Spelling had a rough year.
That's true. Let's take a look at some of the scenes. Just I don't know if we have control of the cameras. Just some of the scenes in Times Square, just to give you a sense of the scope of this. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people here. The excitement certainly building as we're about 10 minutes away from the drop of the ball. The crowds really are just huge.
Now, you know, I like to discuss. What do you think they do after this?
Well, that's what's interesting. You know, at 12:15 or so, we'll still be on the air. This place clears out.
Yes.
And from like 12:15 to 12:30, the place just completely empties out. So when we actually leave at 12:30, it's basically empty.
But remember, when we leave at 12:30, Ryan Seacrest will be flying over Oklahoma on the way back to LA in his G5.
He will already be out of here.
Trust me, he'll be so long gone.
He'll be out of here.
Probably with your new bestie, Taylor Swift. I mean, you are really up her Swift.
What?
You are very into Taylor Swift. I mean, she can just do no wrong.
These people a lot of these people, particularly the ones who are so close to where the ball dropped, because there's a lot of people who can't even see the ball drop. They're so far away.
They come for the pomp and circumstance, if you will.
So they want to be part of the experience.
The excitement, something you would never do. You would never do this.
You know, a lot of New Yorkers don't really come to this.
No, it's Swedes.
It's a lot of people from out of town, from other countries. Swedes?
Swedes love it.
Swedes?
Like
really?
half the time they go in the audience, they say, "Where are you from, Sweden?" Swedes love it.
We haven't heard it from any Swedes tonight.
We've heard from Houstonians, which is closer to Sweden than we are. And, you know, you're right. Foreigners love it. It's a treat.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is out of here, just so you know. You can keep watching us because Taylor Swift is gone.
She is gone.
She was wearing what we call hot pants.
She looked great.
Do you have any hot pants?
I know. I do.
I have some hot pants.
That does not surprise me at all.
Spandex. I have some spandex ones in the pockets.
That does not surprise me
Sometimes
at
I roller skate in my mansion.
Yes, is that true? Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Can we go down to Michaela? Is Michaela down in the crowd? Just see some people?
Swedes? Any Swedes?
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the scene in Key West. Just a scene.
How's sushi?
Let's just take a look at a live shot there in Key West as they are getting ready. Sushi addressing the crowd there. Tens of thousands of people who...
Now, does Sushi also have to narrate the entire way down? Because that's a lot of work.
I don't know. I've never actually been there for the drop, so...
But we feel very connected to Sushi.
We do, because every year we played it. It's become a CNN tradition. I'm not sure how it even began as a CNN tradition.
I don't know either.
The crab drop also is about to happen.
House? I mean, I'm just saying.
No,
it
that's
looks
a
like
bar, I believe. That's a bar. That's the crab drop in Easton,
boy.
Maryland. That's going to take place also at the stroke of midnight. This enormous crab. Crab's very important for the local economy. For fishermen there.
See, when they play the clip, they'll just say crabs are very important, and that's a commercial for next year.
And we're also going to show you the scene. Obviously, later on, we're going to have the fleur-de-lis drop in New Orleans.
I love a good fleur-de-lis.
I love the fleur-de-lis.
You?
And in Memphis, the guitar drop, I believe it is. There's a fleur-de-lis.
What isn't dropping this year? Like, that's really the theme this year here at CNN.
Places all around the country have
we
drops.
watch things drop.
Have drops.
I just want to be honest. I really never knew
That's the
about
scene
the
in Memphis,
dropping
Tennessee.
until this.
Really?
No, when I was watching New Year's broadcasts in Chicago as a little girl, I didn't know that people were very into dropping things.
Did they not drop something in Chicago?
Not that I recall.
They must have.
What does that mean? They must have.
No, I'm sure they did. The mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio, and his family have actually just come out on the stage, and they are getting ready. They're the ones, after OAR plays John Lennon's Imagine, it's actually, as is tradition here, the mayor and invited guests are the ones who actually begin the ball drop.
1 year was Lady Gaga, remember? That was exciting.
I do remember
She was
that.
right there.
Yes.
They're not going to drop de Blasio, are they?
No, they're not dropping.
Don't drop the mayor.
No, the mayor is doing it with some representatives from the International Rescue Committee are going to be the ones actually.
Don't drop them. Just let them stand.
Okay. Yes.
Please.
And that's going to occur 6 minutes from now. And again, just the scene here, I mean, the number of people here is just extraordinary. And when you consider the people who are in the positions that you're looking there on the left-hand side of your screen, they have not been able to leave those spots for 12 hours. In some cases, more than 12 hours. They don't eat, they don't drink, they don't go to the bathroom.
How is your catheter holding on? Mine is secure, thank goodness. And by the way, a big sponsor for this broadcast.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't even know what that is.
I hope you're not anti-catheter, because that community will come at you hard.
I don't know what you're talking about. But a lot of people here have just been standing here for hours and hours and really enjoying it.
You have to admit, though, if it's a drink-free zone, that is an atypical thing to do on New Year's, to be with a bunch of people not drinking.
That is true. Yes.
So are they chatting?
And that's what's nice about this is there is this community feel, and people really do talk to one another. They've spent hours, pressed up against each other.
And also watching Richard Quest dance and twirl like a ballerina, which I don't know if they saw that, but at one point Richard Quest was twirling.
Yep. Hey, let's listen into OAR playing
Imagine.
John Lennon's Imagine. Let's listen in.
Below us, above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. brotherhood of man. Yeah. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
We are just 2 minutes away from the stroke of midnight. That was OAR singing John Lennon's Imagine.
But can we just talk about the two chicks almost making out?
I don't know who they were.
But
They popped
I love
up.
that the cameraman just got two girls like, what's up? So
There we have Bill de Blasio, his family. They were just pushed down the ball. Now the ball will begin its drop. It'll take about 60 seconds for the ball to fall all the way. And it has slowly begun its drop. Let's listen in now. The sights and sounds of Times Square.
I like that it sounds like a cowbell.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I
And a happy New Year.
Happy.
4 minutes after the stroke of midnight, 2015.
Is it really a happy New Year for you?
It is a very happy New Year.
You're wearing a hat of shame.
I am wearing a hat because you have dyed my hair red, white, and blue.
But I just love the idea that there's even one person out there that was maybe not paying attention and then saw you with red, white, and blue hair and is wondering what the heck happened.
Yes.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah, so there you go.
You're going to be the most popular person at wherever you're going, which I assume we're going out together.
I'm told there's actually a poll of whether people like my hair like this or not.
They're going to say yes. They're going to demand it.
Yes, they're
every
gonna
night.
demand it. Yeah, every night.
You know who's happy? Billy Corgan.
All right.
He's extremely.
I wish him nothing but a great New Year. I got to say, I love the scene in Times Square at the stroke of midnight for those couple of minutes.
The fact that it is, 25 degrees and people are still out here having fun no matter what.
Absolutely. And people have been waiting for half the day.
It's a bucket list. Admit it.
It's a bucket list item.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I would not want to be I would not want to be anywhere else right now in this moment. That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Prove
I
it.
volunteer to do it every day. Prove it how? How would I prove it?
Prove it by taking your shirt off.
No. It's too cold. It's too cold for that. Plus, America's not ready for the paleness.
By the way,
the paleness is like a blinding.
I get it. Whenever I am
like a
paparazzi swimming, it's all about how pale I am. Like that's like the most like I'm like an anatomy doll. You can see my organs and my veins. Sorry, folks.
We want to. I mean, again, the scene here is.
Are we going to drop anything?
We're going to show you
a crab, a guitar.
We're going to show you some of the scenes from around the country that have like just taken place.
Okay.
Easton, Maryland.
And by the way, when I think New Year's, I think Easton, Maryland.
That's very true. I like this song. Let's listen in and let's look.
Wait, you don't want me to talk?
No, not really. Let's listen. I like the sound.
I see them blue for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do. They're really saying I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They learn much more than I ever knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you did to, oh why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking and singing, how do you do? They really sing, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them go. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drop, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dream that you did to, why, oh why can't I?
And let's check in with our Michaela Pereira and Richard Quest, who are down in the crowd.
They're down
They've been dancing.
Yeah.
Guys, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Really listening to what you guys were talking about just what a beautiful moment this is.
The problem with being in Times Square is it spoils you for any other New Year's
we
Eve.
both decided that we have to sign up for this next year because you can't just sit at home on the sofa anymore.
No.
It was really interesting to watch when they were playing that music, how like everybody got really kind of quiet. They were looking longingly into their loved ones' eyes and having a moment reflecting on the year that we had, which was a tough one. And so the year, oh, now he's going to sing. I knew it wasn't going to last. We had a nice
That's what, by the way, that's what Kathy was doing. She was looking longingly into my eyes as well.
Just staring at the blue streak in your hair, Anderson.
Well, she was looking long into my eyes. I was, of course, checking my, Twitter feed.
And
Yes.
crying. But Richard, how do you get that cadence in your voice when you say things like, I wouldn't be anywhere but near New Year's? I mean, that's a
long years of
that's it.
practice.
That's it. I love it. You should finish your bit up a little bit.
Richard.
It's time to undress.
Oh, wait. We're going to do this. Watch. Ready? Yeah. It was supposed to be a big reveal. I thought more was going to happen.
Uh-oh.
But
very ribbled. Quite ribbled.
Saucy. You're getting saucy.
Alcohol in Times Square. I think we might have to reverse that. I might need some.
Well, you guys have done a terrific job, and we really appreciate.
And I like that Richard is wearing a sympathy hat.
Yes, Richard, I appreciate you wearing a hat in sympathy with my hat as well.
No blue here.
No,
Yeah, look
yes.
at mine. Let's see your hair now.
Yeah, let's see. We showed you his. Let's see yours.
Yeah, very well. Here we go.
Oopsie.
It's still,
Live TV.
yeah. There
By
you
the way,
go.
what do you think Ryan Seacrest would have done to me if I did that to him?
I think Ryan Seacrest would have fainted.
Yes,
and
but
then
I also
his-
think it would have had me killed.
And then his security people would have
Absolutely.
taken you away.
Okay, so
Yes.
you won't admit that Oprah and Ryan are trying to kill me now, but you'll admit that if I ever did that to Ryan Seacrest, he would secretly 6 months later have me killed.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that
All right,
far.
I think so.
I think there's some poll we just did of. Let's take a look. Do we have it up there?
I hope it's as accurate as the straw poll.
I'm sure it is. Does Anderson's hair look better now? 42%.
Yes, yes. Thank you, people.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Does it 58?
That means
Oh, they like it. Yes, they think it looks better now. 58% think it looks better. Okay, well,
You
then
know what?
you have spoken.
shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Haters gonna hate. Players gonna play.
That's right.
Play.
Your hair's playing, not hating.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to show you ringing in the New Year's in Key West, also on that the ship off the in the Bahamas, also in Cuba.
I'm sure their guitar's going to drop somewhere.
We'll be right back. A lot more ahead. And you can really see how quickly the crowd in
People are
Times
running
Square.
from your new hairstyle.
Yes, people are running away. But how quickly Times Square really starts to empty out.
Yes.
In the next 10 or 15 minutes, it really gets virtually empty. But we want to wish you a Happy New Year from Times Square.
And we should give a shout out to Ryan Seacrest, who's probably back in Los Angeles by now.
Yes.
He's on his private jet.
Probably is.
He's probably asleep by now, frankly.
But we hope he had a good show. 2015 has arrived here, obviously, on the East Coast of the United States. Stay with CNN, though, because in the we're going to ring it
We're
through.
going to stay until 5 this year for the first time.
In the Central Time Zone,
5
Brooke
a.m.
Baldwin and Don Lemon are going to be there
They can't make it.
from New Orleans, Memphis as well. Randy Kay rang in the New Year at Sea on a cruise ship in
Where
the
they
Caribbean.
previously cut a cake that had a picture of me, and they were
Right.
like slicing it like a little bit of scary.
She's the hardest working reporter at
soft
CNN. Let's check in with her now. Randy, Mike, that's the Randy. How you doing there? What are you doing?
What are you saying?
We're doing pretty
How
well.
are you?
We have a lot of people are drinking this big giant bottle of champagne here. This is what goes on the cruise ship. Would you guys take this off my hands?
Randy, I like how you pointed
Cheers.
the
All right,
mic
here, you
at
take
the
that.
champagne as if you could interview it.
I don't know. It's crazy here. But let me show you. We've been celebrating here, and we have our own ball drop, as I was telling you about
No
earlier.
kidding,
So we have
Randy.
some video. It's called the North Star, and I want to show you because it was our ball drop here on the ship. It happened at midnight while you guys were watching the ball drop in Times Square. It holds about 15 people, and it goes 300 feet up above the main level of the ship, and that's where this party is taking place. There's about 2,000 people on board this
Wow.
main level. This is not.
They're not messing around.
That would scare me, I'll be honest.
They are not messing around
Yeah,
with that.
it's a big ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
That looks like fun.
I don't think Randy is safe, I'm going to be honest.
I
don't think she's safe.
It's quite a scene on that ship.
Yeah.
It looks like they're having a lot of fun.
And not appropriate for children. I'm just going to say.
Okay,
where's the nanny?
do you know what's funny? We lost Randy just now. Do you know why?
Why?
Because someone spilled champagne on her microphone.
Okay, that's what it's come to.
Her microphone is out.
And then the
But I
person
don't know
will turn and go this.
But
CNN.
and I love Randy, and she's the hardest working reporter.
Yeah.
But I loved how. I think she's had a couple, because I loved how she was there with that huge bottle of champagne. I don't know if you noticed, she pointed the mic at the champagne
As if the champagne would talk. Yeah.
I don't know if you
Do
noticed
you guys
that.
have talking champagne next year?
Yes.
By the way, I like that you're so flustered that you watched her for a moment. She was in the middle of chaos, and you literally just were reduced to, "How are you?" That was your hard-hitting question.
I didn't know.
How are you?
I didn't know what to say. Well, I was thrown by the huge bottle of champagne.
That she was talking to?
Yes, that she was.
Because it sees dead people?
Right.
Yeah.
Not far from where Randy is in Key West, they did what they do, and no one else does at the stroke of
That is
midnight.
true.
Take a look.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yes.
Treacherous.
Treacherous.
Not an easy gig.
Not an
And
easy.
I've
no,
done them all.
that is
I've done them all.
sushi. Traditionally sushi, who descends in the pump. Is the pump always that color? I always thought it was a different red.
I don't remember the dress covering so much of the pump.
That's true.
That's called a train. And sushi also has to make commentary as well as shooting off the champagne. It's a hard gig.
It's very hard.
Multitasking.
It is multitasking.
I'll be playing Key West, by the way.
Will you?
Yes, I have 30 shows coming up in 30 cities. Key West is one of them.
Really? How, like in a row or what?
Like pretty in the next few months. A
wow.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you go do one show and then fly home? Or?
Yes, I do. I'll do Fashion Police and then hit the road and back to Fashion Police and hit the road. And that's
and
what I
when
love.
does Fashion Police start?
January 12th.
Are we having a big party?
Yeah, big party.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll wait for the invite.
You have never even come to my house. Tell them.
I have been to your house. You don't even remember.
When did you come to my house?
Or maybe I just saw that on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
I watched
he
it on
saw
TV.
my house on
yeah,
Cribs.
I did. That's
I swear,
true,
he saw it on Cribs.
No, I saw it on Your Life on the D-List. I saw your house.
This is who this man is.
You're right. I've seen
he
your...
sees an image and goes, I was there. I was
true.
there.
Isn't that weird?
I've been to your house.
I know. I've seen, but no.
I didn't ask.
I felt like I've been to your house, but I realized I've never been. I just watched it on TV.
No, my mom
it's
is
better
waiting for you
I
right
find
now.
it's better that way.
I have a wonderful
I'd rather
house.
just experience things through the television than actually.
I see the glass going up right now. All right, shields up. Star
Hey,
Trek.
let's check in Easton, Maryland. The huge crab.
Oh boy.
Dropped to the ground, marking the start of 2015. Lindsay Tuckman, our intrepid reporter, is there for us. Daughter of Gary Tuckman, our also intrepid reporter. Lindsay, how was it? How'd it go?
It was really fun, and I know I'm sorry about this, but we're not talking about crabs anymore. We are talking about champagne here at Banning's Tavern, just 100 yards away from the crab drop. Let's show you a look at that crab dropping earlier. Just everyone was really excited about it. Let's take a look.
That's not a safe environment for that poor little
I love
Lindsay.
the crab drop. That actually may be my new favorite tradition. Lindsay, that looked like a lot of fun.
Check your body for lacerations.
You know, and I will. You know, unlike your other reporters, I actually live here, and so my friends are here celebrating as well, so that's pretty cool. I got to celebrate with my coworkers here, so it's been a fun night for everyone. As you can see, everyone is having a really good time at the crab drop.
Are these all Lindsay? Are these all news? Lindsay, are these all news people behind you?
Yeah, these only these three right here.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, they
I
can't
thought
hear
it was
you,
a
but
casting
yeah,
call for the
they're
elite
talking about
modeling
you
agency.
Oh, right, I know.
All right. Well, listen, Lindsay, you did a great job, and thank you so much for filling in for your dad. And we wish you the best and good.
Lindsay, get out of there.
We wish you a happy New Year and a happy New Year to all your
Get into one of
coworkers.
those Ubers. Your kids like. Get into an Uber.
You too.
It was.
Safe.
All right, Lindsay, you did great. Thank you so much. It was quite a night here in Times Square. Wolf Blitzer's body paint. Wolf Blitzer was running through the crowd. I don't know if you saw that.
What is Wolf really doing? Like, what is? Have you talked to?
I saw him running through the crowd, completely covered in
but
body paint, just body paint.
All right, they're very artistic.
What was the dance he was doing? The Dougie.
The Dougie. He likes
Who's
the
doing the Dougie? Yeah.
I mean, he'll bust out a Cabbage Patch.
So let's take a look at some of the best moments from tonight.
This is how you lay around your house, and you won't admit it.
I think we'll have a funner New Year's, though.
Funner?
Yes, more fun.
Why'd you go to Dalton? All that money that your poor mother, Gloria Vanderbilt, spent to Dalton, when if you had gone to Choate, you would have had a better education. A.K.A. Ryan Seacrest.
You think he's the devil?
I know he is. He and Oprah share co-devilship. It's typical that he's like running to Lord. Because you'll never be a royal, but he is. He's a Vanderbilt. You are a royal. That's the irony. Never be royals. He's like this. I am a royal. Okay, let's dial down the gay a little bit, okay? You literally just said, I know who's performing at the Super Bowl, and then said Madonna.
I apologize.
I don't.
I apologize
I think
for what she has said. I'm apologizing for what she will say.
All right.
And for what she's wearing.
Okay, but you clearly made a conscious choice to go, I'm going to take off the Prada, take off the Hugo Boss. I'm going to find, what do the kids call it? Grunge. And I'm going to put on, and I can just see you like ruffling it in your hotel room, like rolling around in it. and go, oh my gosh, I could be in Pearl Jam.
Wow.
Why are you shouting at me? What have I ever done to you but love
What
you?
is that?
She's supposed to touch it first.
Okay, all right.
My turn.
Here, so that's like a metal
It's beating.
vest.
It's beating.
So what
It's probably been gently beaded. Uh-oh. I'm not afraid, Questy.
No, get away.
Questy brings the heat. At about 3 a.m, he will be in a ball, sobbing, being spooned by his mother again, because he will not believe that like 3 out of 10 million loving tweets are somewhat negative. He cannot get over it. So, Gloria, get ready. Keep the light on.
We are back.
Because what's great is that Anderson is nervous and nauseous, and then he sees the words live crab on the teleprompter. So I just want to explain his facial discomfort. Go ahead.
That's what it says on the teleprompter, live crab.
Look at this special cake. We had this cake made for you guys. What do you think?
That's very special.
Wow.
It has,
do you like that? Does that bring back memories for you? It has 36 eggs, and it's a rum cake. It is a rum cake filled with fruit. We're going to eat it during the next live show. We haven't decided which one of you we're going to eat
and by the way,
first.
that's more eggs than I have right now in my body.
Yes, well, it's been about 2 hours of taunting thus far. Only
Game
another
night.
hour and a half.
Game night.
Game night.
Game night.
Yeah.
This is temporary, and it shows how fantastic you are. All right, open. Yes.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yes.
Oh my God, what have you done?
I dyed your hair. I dyed your hair red and blue. And I decided if you argue, it means you don't love America. I had it all planned. This is it. Every year I try to think of something. I dyed his hair red, white, and blue.
How am I going to get this out?
I don't know.
And that is why I'm wearing a hat as we speak right now.
Come on, we had fun.
Oh, we did it. We had a lot of fun, and I hope.
But your face when I was putting that hair dye.
And it's still. I mean, like it's. I put some water in it, but it's just gotten.
No, it's not going to go away.
The blue
but
is all right,
Your face
but
was so scrunched up, like she couldn't be doing anything that bad, right?
Well, no, honestly,
She's my friend.
I thought you were doing like some sort of static electricity thing, and
Like
I
a
thought
science experiment?
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be like, oh, crazy frazzled hair.
But that doesn't even make sense. You couldn't possibly.
None of it makes sense.
But your hair is
None-
never
nothing
frazzled.
you do
That's
makes
why
sense.
America loves
Nothing
it.
you do
There's
makes
a
sense.
poll.
Nothing.
There's a poll that wants your hair frazzled.
Well, yes, I'm sure the two people who responded.
You're not perfect for one night.
That's fine.
One night.
I know I'm not perfect. You don't have to tell me that.
I made you cry. I won that poll. 2 polls. 2 polls.
But listen, we really do appreciate you sticking with us for what? Is it our 8th year together?
Yes.
Wow.
Is our 8th year together?
Nothing better.
Oh my gosh, so great.
It's great.
It's awesome.
Excellent.
I love
yeah.
you. Way to
yeah.
go.
Great. God. When's this going to be over? Jeez. All right.
You can't swear. You got to give the check back. Someone's giving the check back.
Listen, it's been a lot of fun. I hope you had fun as well. And wherever you are, if you're with a loved one, if you're by yourself, thank you so much for spending the night with us. Our coverage, though, continues. 2015 is yet to come in New Orleans, in Memphis. Brooke Baldwin and Don Lemon, they're going to handle that. It is time for us here in New York to say goodbye. There are the scenes there in New Orleans and in Memphis. We wish everyone
a Happy New Year.
Tell me something, Don Lemon.
Have a little toast with me.
Are you trying to make this the Don Show?
No, I'm not. Have a little toast with me, though.
I am not toasting you until it is time to toast.
All right, happy
You
New
go
Year.
ahead. I love you, Don Lemon, but I'm rolling on. We have half an hour to go before the clock strikes midnight here in, New Orleans.
New Orleans. You have to say New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
But we're going to rock out as well in Memphis.
Yeah, because right behind us we have Terrence Simeon and the Zydeco Experience are on the stage right in front of Jackson Square. We're right in front of the river here, the Mississippi River in New Orleans. look how crowded it is.
I've been here the last couple of years. I have never seen it this crowded.
That's because the Sugar Bowl is going on as well with Ohio State and
Roll Tide, Alabama.
Roll Tide, Alabama. I can't say that. Not as an OSU Tiger. I cannot say that.
Oh, and once we see those fireworks, it's all going to be all red up in the night sky. So stay with us. We got Beale Street. We've got Pamela Brown out there at Memphis. We've got Patrick Ottman in Havana, Cuba.
Yep, and we're gonna go to Cuba. And I'm actually really jealous of the cruise ship of Randy Kay. That's a pretty good gig, don't you think?
Really? Would you rather be on a cruise than standing next to me in New Orleans?
No, I'd rather be in New Orleans. This is my element. You know, I grew up just 90 minutes down the road in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But let me show you. First of all, let me put this on you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Can I bead you live on the air? You have to have some Mardi Gras beads. I got those for you.
Thank you.
And I have one more. You want two? But these are mine that I debuted earlier on CNN. This is mine. What do you think?
I think I'm going to keep my eyes right here. I'm going to keep my eyes right there. It is a crazy, huge party here. And what's really cool is they've been the last a number of years doing the big Florida Lee drop at the tops of Jackson Brewery.
It's 8 feet by 5 feet.
Well, look at us studying our numbers of the Florida Lee.
It's huge, and it's actually started coming down
over
already.
there.
Yeah, it comes down just in a couple of minutes. So
and then there we go. There's the Florida Lee, and so we'll be watching that drop in about 20 minutes from now. There's a guitar drop on Beale Street in Memphis, and also really cool, they have Baby New Year on the top of Jackson Brewery as well. Which fun backstory! It actually was when one of the big warehouses from, of course, Mardi Gras, one of the floats, one of the crews, and during Katrina, somebody actually found it floating through the city, and so they saved at it, and for year after year after year, they've had Baby New Year on the top.
They want to redo Baby New Year.
They want a new Baby New Year.
Yeah.
So
I think they should keep that one.
How big's your living room?
Not that big. I have a New York City apartment. So
well, are we fancy pants?
That wouldn't even get through the front door. You want to check out Memphis? What do you think?
Let's go to Memphis.
You want to go to Memphis? Pamela Brown, what are you doing? What's going on in Memphis?
That's a good idea to come to Memphis, because let me tell you something, this is a happening place, Donna Brooke. I know you all have really good music there in New Orleans and a lot of energy and a fun crowd. But right here in Memphis, let's not forget, this is the home of the blues, and you can hear the music is playing. We got a little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of the blues, a little bit of everything. As you see here, B.B. King's Blues Club right behind me. So let me just put this in perspective. I'd say 2 hours ago, this place was pretty desolate. Now it is packed with New Year's Eve revelers, as you see here around me. Up to 50,000 people here on Beale Street, right next to the Hard Rock Cafe, of course, world famous Beale Street. Everyone is here to listen to the good music, but also to watch the 10-foot fiberglass Gibson guitar drop when the clock strikes midnight here in Memphis. There's also going to be a fireworks display. This is a place to be this New Year's Eve. I've pretty much decided that. Another great place to be, I hear, is Havana, Cuba, and that's where we find our Patrick Ottman. Patrick, how's it going where you are?
Roll Tide. All up, Pamela, and the show is over at the Tropicana nightclub and cabaret, but the party just keeps on going. Really an amazing night here. You hear the salsa rhythms, you hear the conga drums, and you can't help but dance, and that's what many of the audience have been doing the last half an hour or so. They've gotten up on the stage to dance with these amazing dancers who put on really just a show that you will not see anywhere else in the world. And of course, we see very few Americans here, one or two here or there, because of course, up until really today, there's a travel ban on Americans coming here. Very difficult for Americans to come to Cuba, even though it's just 90 miles away. That's changing, though, with a historic agreement announced just 2 weeks ago between the two countries. Americans in 2015 will have more possibilities of coming to Cuba. We'll see probably next year more Americans here. That's got a lot of people excited, hope that it'll improve the Cuban economy, and that they'll just be able to come here, hear the music, dances we've been doing here tonight, and really soak up some real Cuban culture. So it's been an incredible evening in Havana, incredible night in Havana, and it's nowhere close to stopping yet, Pamela.
Patrick, I know you spent a lot of time in Havana. I imagine this is not your first New Year's there, but given all the developments you just pointed out, what is this New Year's there like? Is the energy different given all that's been going on there recently?
It's like nothing else, Pamela. Cubans have hope. It's just a change in tone. You know, for years they've been living under this sort of Cold War atmosphere of the two countries almost at war, and yet Cubans and Americans share so much in common. And Cubans really look to the United States. They love baseball, they love American music, and they really love American culture. And there's a hunger here to get to know their neighbors to the north, to really put aside the politics of the past and hope for a better future. So this year, more than any other New Year's that I've spent in Havana, there's an expectation, there's a hope that things will get better, and people will be really demanding of both governments that 2015 is a better year for both Cubans and Americans. Back to you, Pamela.
Okay, Patrick Ottman there in Havana, Cuba for us. Thank you so much. I'm Pamela Brown here in Memphis, where the crowd is excited for the clock to strike midnight. But now I'm going to go over to my colleague and friend Don Lemon in New Orleans. Don?
Hey, Pamela, thank you. We've got about 20 minutes to go until it's a new year in the Central Time Zone, especially here in New Orleans where I am. This place is packed. I've never seen this many people, except for maybe outside of Mardi Gras, but that's because the Sugar Bowl's in town. We've got Terrence Simeon and the Zydeco Experience on the stage behind us are going to be rocking us out all night, as well as some other performances for you that we're going to get to tonight. So Happy New Year for all you East Coasters, but we still have a lot more to come next. We're going to give you a heaping helping of what this city is all about. More music as we count down to 2015. Laissez-les, bon temps roulé. Let the good times roll. The fireworks, and boy, it is quite a display. You're looking at the fireworks now in Dubai. You know what I like about New Orleans is that people come by and they bear gifts, and usually those gifts are food and drink. Come on, look who I found. Andy Scholes from CNN Sports, Bleacher Report. What did you bring me?
A hand grenade.
You brought me a hand grenade.
You come to New Orleans, you go on Bourbon Street, you gotta get a hand grenade.
Aren't you working?
I worked this morning. I'm having a good time tonight.
So you have been hanging out in the French Quarter. What did you see?
I saw a lot of Ohio State and Alabama fans. They basically taken over the French Quarter. Everywhere I went, it was either OH or Roll Tide.
Who's going to win, Andy Scholes? LSU. Oh, they're not in it.
No, LSU's not in the Sugar Bowl. I think Alabama's going to win tomorrow.
How many of these have you had?
This is the only one I've had.
Cheers.
And I figured you needed one too, right, Don?
Thank you. I cannot do this until we're...
I'll let you finish the show.
Until we're absolutely done. Thank you, Andy. Happy New Year to you. We got about 10 minutes before it's a new year here in the Central Time Zone here in New Orleans. I want to go up now to Brooke Baldwin, who's up on the Jack's Brewery roof with, what else would you have on the roof but a fiddler? Brooke, who do you have?
I know, I got a gal. She's pretty impressive. This is 24-year-old Amanda Shaw, who is up here, who knows a thing or two about New Orleans, because when we roll into this city, I feel like we've done it pretty well the last couple of years. And so, Amanda, first of all, happy almost New Year's.
Happy New Year's to you, too, and thanks for coming to New Orleans.
Thanks for having me in your beautiful city. I'm seeing some fireworks, but we're about 10 minutes away.
Excited. I know, we got a big crowd here.
So, you have been playing music for how long?
Since I was 4, so 20 years.
You were itty bitty. I mean, was your violin just teeny tiny?
Yes, it was a quarter-size violin. So
before I get you to play, can you just explain for people who have never been to New Orleans, like in the soul, in the DNA, is music in this city?
Oh, everything is so great here. It's not just the music; it's the people here too. It's the place, and I mean, you can tell everybody too as you've been here. Like all the apartment doors are open.
I've been hanging out with perfect strangers all night long. Are you kidding me?
It's that kind of place where everybody's doors are open, and you are more than welcome to always come over to my house and have a drink and some food. So it's that kind of place.
Would you mind playing me a little tune?
Of course, let's do it.
What is it?
Dance a Cut.
Here we go. away from the stroke of midnight Central Time Zone here in New Orleans. We want to take you to Memphis on the other side of this break. You're watching special coverage here. Oh, there we go.
And I know my brother, and I say, brother, hear me please.
Just minutes away from midnight here in New Orleans, in Memphis, in Chicago, in St. Louis, all up and down the central United States, 2015. Just coming into view, really, and someone is singing Change is Gonna Come behind us, a famous Sam Cooke song. So, you know, it's New Year's here, but it's also the Sugar Bowl, as I've been saying, and my buddies who are watching me in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, my college buddies who I went to LSU with, on a dare. There you go, Mike Sinceri, Mike Wilson, Dennis Mitchell, Mark Ray. Happy New Year to you guys. I love you. And also my family down in Baton Rouge, just a couple minutes away. Brooke Baldwin, come on in here, joins me. So it's getting close.
Ooh, I'm going to turn you
and
down
Amanda
on
Shaw
the
was
fly
great.
Here. You're loud.
Can you hear it?
I can hear only too
Brooke's having a
well.
little trouble with her microphone. She can't hear it, or with
So,
her earpiece.
I'm all
there
good.
you go. That was great.
I'm all
She was
good.
good. This is beautiful. We're really enjoying it. We're going to check into Pamela Brown is in Memphis, Tennessee, and she's on Beale Street.
Yes.
Pam, what's going on there? First, when we saw you earlier, there was hardly anybody there. Now the place is filled up.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that crowd.
I promise you all, look at this, all the way back up to 50,000 people here on Beale Street. How you guys doing? So here I am, standing next to a Memphian, okay? Nate, you are from Memphis. You say this is the best place on earth to be on New Year's Eve. Why is that?
Absolutely greatest place on earth. This is the home of the blues. It is the best place on earth to live, to raise a family. We're having a ball. We love CNN. We're here. It is awesome.
So what is it that makes Beale Street here for the guitar drop so special, though? Why should people care about it?
It's special because there's no place like this on earth. It's great because we get a chance to commune with 50,000 people in a city of a million, not like New York where it's people you don't know each other. I know everybody around me is awesome. It's fantastic.
All right, Nate. Well, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Brooke and Don, I know you have a great crowd there in New Orleans, but let me tell you, the crowd is rocking here. We've had great music all night long. Oh, I know you do. And I'm sure you've been having some great bands, too. We've been having a little bit of rock and roll, some blues bands out here. We've been having a great time.
Nothing like the home of the blues. Great job,
But
CNN.
don't
We
go
love
away,
you guys.
because you're gonna help us out. We love you guys too. We're gonna
I'll stay right
you're gonna
here,
help us
don't
out,
worry.
Pamela. So
I'm
don't
having
go
a great
away.
time.
Yeah, we're still a few minutes away.
I'm not
We're
moving.
still, tell everyone.
I'm making
Hang
some new
tight just
friends
for a few
here.
more minutes.
Andy,
What do I leave you
Okay.
with? You get more booze?
Andy Scholes came by to give us a hand grenade. This is what you do in New Orleans. Relax. It's New Year's Eve.
I know how
I've been-
you do in New Orleans. Thank you very much. I know. Cheers.
People have been asking us, is Brooke drunk? Is Don drunk? We're not drunk. We've been working all night. We're not drunk.
Although this
Yeah.
isn't really work.
You don't think?
I mean, are you serious? Will they send us to New Orleans to ring in the new year?
I know
This is work?
And they would
No.
send the both of us.
I know.
I cannot believe the crowd here. Seriously, I know that Pamela said she has about 50,000 people. I would
mean,
imagine.
as far as I know, you can't. I don't know if you can see either way of us, but as far as the eye can see here along this main road, we're parallel to the Mississippi River in Jackson Square, and we're surrounded.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by people.
I can't wait to see the fireworks. So not only they're going to drop the fleur-de-lis, right, which is a symbol of courage here in New Orleans. There's going to be fireworks on the river in just a couple of minutes, and also great music that we've been listening to from Terrence Simeon and the Zydeco Experience. Do you know about Zydeco, girl?
I know about Zydeco. I know how to dance to Zydeco. How about that? You wanna...
Hey, park your way.
Hey, who sings that
Sorry
song?
about that. Oh, I forgot
Not
to sing.
you.
Oh, no. Oh, good one. It's Zing, bro. Brooke, all right. I see how you roll.
Do you believe in New Year's resolutions, Don Lemon?
Of course I do. I never keep them. I always say that I'm going to get like a six-pack and I have a keg.
I think you look pretty darn good. What's your resolution this year?
I think
I'm putting you on the spot. I'm putting you on the
I
spot.
think my resolution is what it is every year. No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. Live life to the fullest. Get out there and do it and enjoy it. And I think everyone should, as Oprah said, step into your life.
I love that.
And turn up the volume on your life. And that's what I do. That's my resolution every year.
I feel like in the past I've always tried to stay still in the quiet because there's so much noise around, right?
That's a good one. Don't pay attention to the noise. My boss always tells me that. Thank you, boss. Happy New Year. Yeah.
This year I want to travel. Do you know what I'm doing in February?
What are you doing?
I've never been to Africa, and I said, why not? I did stand-up comedy for the first time moving to New York this year, and I thought it was nuts. I'm climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.
Congratulations.
I mean, talk to me after I do
Africa is a beautiful, beautiful experience. I've gone several times. As you know, I just went back, chased my roots to Africa. It's great. We have, less than a minute? The control and install is less than a minute until it is New Year's here in the Central Time Zone.
We got the good stuff, thanks
and
to
we
some
got
friends.
the good stuff. Thanks. Who brought that? Did you?
Some friends.
Andy Scholes, you bring us
Scholes.
this, but where is the expensive champagne? That's what I want to know.
Tastes mighty sweet. Where's that fleur-de-lis? Can we get that live picture of the fleur-de-lis? How far out are we?
Probably about 30 seconds away.
There we go. 20
got
seconds.
20 seconds. There it is. The
So
beautiful fleur-de-lis. By the Crescent City.
Oh, let's listen.
There we go. Happy New Year again,
So
live
fun.
on CNN.
Oh, look at those fireworks. Look at those fireworks.
There's nothing like the music in New Orleans,
Goosebumps.
Right? The fireworks are amazing. I wish you guys could see this. Happy New Year.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Pleasure.
I love you.
Pleasure.
It's a
Love you
pleasure
back.
to work with you.
So
it's
fun.
It's a pleasure.
Happy New Year's.
And what
Happy
are you guys,
New Year's.
What are you guys doing at home? What's your resolution? I think your resolution should be
Let's marinate
again,
on that.
to live life to the fullest,
I
right?
like that, and be quiet in all the noise. You happy now you get your champagne?
I am very happy. I'm very happy. And I'm in my home state. I got to do this.
Oh, here we go.
Would you like a hat?
Oh.
Would you like a hat?
Yes.
All right, let me get you one.
Is this for Mama Lemon?
No, this is from CNN New Year's a couple years ago when I was with Kathy and Anderson in Times Square, so I will give you that one.
Ooh, I like that.
And I will wear this one.
I like that.
This one was given to me by my parents. This is my LSU Tiger hat, and this is our CNN winter hat. How do you like that?
I am so happy.
Come on, baby. Let the good times roll. There's nothing better. If you cannot be in Times Square, this is the best place to be.
I mean, palm trees, music, soul, magic, New Orleans.
No other place parties quite like New Orleans, and you don't need an excuse to drink and party and have a good time
This
here.
place is
But
Oz.
New Year's Eve or New Year's is a good excuse if you're gonna have one. I love this band. I absolutely love this band.
They said we're a little bit reggae, a little bit Zydeco.
Is that what it is?
Oh.
I don't know what song this is. Look at those fireworks. We're going to take you to Chicago, and those are pictures that you're looking at on the left-hand side of your screen. Fireworks in Chicago. I just got a text from a friend, David Stone, who says they're watching from Lakeshore Drive. So.
I got a friend, they're watching from Thailand.
Oh, really?
Serious.
Yeah, we're all over
That's
the world.
that whole CNN Global thing.
You're big time there, Brooke Baldwin.
Oh, wow. Pamela Brown. Should we check in with Pamela Brown in Memphis?
Pamela Brown in Memphis, Tennessee on Beale Street.
Pamela
How's
Brown,
the
Happy New
celebration?
Year.
Happy New Year
I've
to you.
been waiting for you all. A happy New Year to you, to a great 2015. I have no doubt it will be. Let me tell you something. It's surreal being in Memphis on New Year's Eve. This is my first time, and it's just incredible. As soon as the clock struck midnight, we had the drop of the Gibson guitar, 10-foot fiberglass Gibson guitar. We had fireworks display, confetti going everywhere, people galore cheering. There's just a great enthusiasm out here in Memphis, so much excitement, and it's just a great place to be. And not to mention all the great music. I mean, let's not forget B.B. King, Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, so many iconic musicians got their start here in Memphis, and the music has not disappointed tonight. It's just been incredible all around. Brooke and Don.
It has been incredible all around, and Brooke is going to, we have been drinking the cheap stuff here, right? We won't tell anybody what this is, we won't see the label. Brooke is going to open the nice, expensive stuff that our friends brought us. Pamela, where's your champagne? Did anybody bring you any champagne?
I've been waiting for my producer to bring me some. I think it's on its way. I think he's going to fight through the crowd, because as you can see, there are tens of thousands of people here. So I'm waiting for my champagne, but let me tell you something. I'm ready to crack it
around. If we could hand you a glass of champagne, Pamela Brown, we would.
Here's a toast right through the TV screen. Look at that.
People in Memphis are
I love
so
the purple and
generous.
gold.
You ready?
Wow. Especially
I'm
at
ready.
the
Look at that down on the planet.
Stand by, Pamela. There we go.
There you go, my dear.
Thank you very much. It's not very often that you get to drink on live on
popping
international
champagne, I think
television.
I just had a first.
Yeah. Except for that one time with Anthony Bourdain.
Would you stop?
In Las Vegas. No, Anthony Bourdain and I had a little drink on Las Vegas. Pamela Brown, Happy New Year. Happy New Year
to you.
to all of our viewers in the United States and around the
Thank
world.
you so much for being with us. And here's to a fabulous 2015, my
Fabulous.
dear.
2014 was great. 2015 is going to be even greater. The night is still young, but that's it for us. All the best from CNN. Best wishes of the new year to you. I'm Don Lemon.
I'm Brooke Baldwin. Have a fabulous 2015, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.